bibbity bap babbity doo. Welcome back to a new year of Enter the Nerdom. I'm here with co-hosts
Stan Moransini.
I'm little baby New Year. Watson Bradshaw. Happy New Year, everybody.
Why are you? Who is this? Who left the baby here?
I'm just a little baby.
Little kid, where are your parents?
Scampy baby. There's a little hijinks because it's the New Year. Hijinks.
And why do you look like a middle-aged man?
Yeah,
But we're not wearing nothing but a diaper.
It's been a rough first week already. You guys, it's been 1 week and I feel so tired. I'm a tired baby New Year.
It's crazy that we're already 2 years into 2025.
It feels like it, huh?
It's really crazy.
And we're at war with several countries.
I'm a little baby. Don't be mad at me, just a baby.
Get out of here, 2025.
No, I'm out of here.
Hey, it's Watson Bradshaw. How's it going, everybody?
There it
And
is.
scene.
And I'm a Chad.
Oh, no, not
Cook.
you. Not you, too.
Old man Chad.
Old man Chad. Don't worry about me none. I got the gold in them hills. Oh boy.
Chad just suddenly turned into a prospector from the 1840s.
He's got a little
clankety. I don't have any clanky stuff, but I left it in the river. There it is.
Hang on. Yeah.
With those keys, because I'm a baby, I love keys.
God damn it. No babies on my gold mine.
Oh, this is the best odd couple ever.
No, but you're a prospector. You're okay with child labor, so.
That's okay. Pick up this pickaxe and
I
start
love
digging.
going in the dirt. I'm a little baby.
I don't care. This is 1917, 1835.
I'm on the Oregon Trail, and I got dysentery.
And you died. You're a ghost.
I'm a little baby, and I'm dead. Bye. Love you.
Oh,
Anyway.
All right. We got that out of our system.
Yep.
thank God.
Hijinks over.
And back to 2025. Oh my God. Oh my God. But yeah, this was 2024 was an interesting year.
Yeah,
For
yeah.
entertainment, at least.
Yes.
And
Lots of.
yeah. Before we start, I think we should all say prayers to everybody being affected by the fires right now.
Yeah.
We're all Los Angelinos. I was born and raised here. Born and raised in Los Angeles and grew up in the Palisades and went to school out there. Thank God Palisades High School is still standing, it looks like. But for the people who lost their homes, we're deeply sorry, and we'll all get through this. So
Yes.
So yeah, going back to 2024, I think we all came up with a best and worst list that we'd like to go through, just to go over the TV shows and movies of 2024 that whatever else pop culture wise that we think was relevant that we'd like to go over, and we also have a list of stuff that's coming out in 2025 that we'll talk about as well.
Oh yeah.
Let's just go down the list and do a best of. Just everybody just give us one best of, and we can talk about it and see if we agree with you or not.
All right.
I think we pretty much all agree on the stuff that came out that's relevant to the show and what we like. I think we pretty much all agree with it. So, Chad, we'll start off with you. Go ahead, fire off with one of your best.
I believe one of my best was going to be, and I completely lost it, but Conclave. I thought Conclave was very good.
Really?
Nice Conclave.
That's the Rafe Fiennes.
Where the pick a new pope.
Pick the Pope.
Yes, we talked about that.
Yes.
Yes.
Pick the Pope. It's Italian. Pick the Pope.
They pick
No, he's just morphed into an Italian now.
Oh, it's a Italian baby. I'm picking the Pope.
Hey, I do the voices. No.
It's 2025. Things are changing.
Oh shit!
You were just usurped, sir.
No. No, I really thought that for a plot that's so, or a job that would be seem so boring.
Right.
It was so interesting to watch.
Okay.
And just intriguing, and they there was never a moment that I wasn't like, oh, what's going on?
I just saw it. It showed up on Peacock, I think, recently, and I was about to watch it.
Right.
And
Yeah.
right now.
I recommended it.
Yeah. Internet went
Yes.
went dead. So.
Yeah, you've been out of it for like 2 days, right?
Yeah,
Jeez.
yeah, but I know there's bigger problems out there, so I wasn't gonna. No, maybe we should call Spectrum. I'm like, it doesn't matter right now.
Physical media, everybody.
Yeah,
Get on it.
But okay, cool. Watson.
I think
best?
this year has been a stellar year for horror.
Yeah.
Like looking through our list, and there was a lot of movies I had low expectations for that, like, just knocked it out the park. One of those would be Alien Romulus.
Ah, yes.
I love that movie. I think we all went and saw it, and
it's one of
it
my
was
best.
a thrill ride throughout. It's very, like, for being like the, was it 6th Alien movie now?
Yes.
You know, like it can be a tired thing to keep coming back to the trope of, okay, you gotta be stuck on this, ship and everything. They killed it. They did such a great job. They added so many layers to it, and I thought it was, in fact, it was done, pretty much practically. It was a very not low budget, but kind of a mid-budget production.
Yeah.
And it was stellar. I think everything about it was, even the weird last 10 minutes a lot of people have issues with, I enjoyed.
That was the best part to me.
Yeah. I know it's very divisive. A lot of people
I would say, like, to a Alien fan, the face huggers and the xenomorphs, it's all tried, and it's been done, and it's you know what to expect from those.
Yeah.
So when they add into something new, like how the last 10 minutes went, I was like, oh, this is That's where it kind of like perked up after a while, because I was like, okay, yeah, they're running and they did some similar beats to previous movies, so I was like, okay, I get what we're going to do. But then when it surprised me with that, I was just like, oh, wow, that's cool.
Yeah, I think if you go back and listen to our episode, our review of it, like, we're all really excited about it. And then we even did we had a great episode where we did the role play game.
Yeah.
With Tim, which was fantastic. And
I've been listening to that.
Thank you again, Tim.
Good.
Yeah, absolutely.
Tim,
We'll do it again.
Yeah, I love the bickering amongst us on that.
So
and the backstabbery of each of our characters. Except for me, my character was truthful and honest.
Hey, man, I would have kept to it, but you kept throwing things in my path. I had to navigate.
Yeah. There's a part in there where, Watson, you're like, you give us all control, mother. We're like, what? No.
To get my way.
I know. Sneaky.
But that movie, I think, was it's still one of those movies. I see it. It's now on streaming, and I constantly am like, I'm gonna give that another shot again, because it was so good and so well, and like mostly unknown actors that really just killed it.
Yeah,
I did get the I got the digital copy of it, and I rewatched it, and I love the visuals. Hats off to anything that goes with moving away from VX, from FX, from CGI shit, practical effects. Hats off to anything that tries that. There's some plot lines plot holes that we talked about. But aside from that, it's a really enjoyable movie. Yeah.
And like, I think it was very a good blend of storytelling, keeping it to the original trilogy, and still like tipping its hat to Prometheus, and like not like just like jettisoning all that, like they're like, no, we're still going to pay homage to everything,
I mean, it'd been okay if it jettisoned Prometheus.
No.
Well, some people, like Chad, likes that movie. So,
I know he does.
Yeah.
So I think this was the best of both
if
worlds.
Prometheus came out this year, it'd be part of the best. Probably
top 10. Probably my worst.
Top 10. Probably top 10.
Yeah. But it, it's one of those things where horror doesn't get a lot of like Oscar buzz or any love like that usually.
Man.
No. Yeah.
I mean, like, it looks like possibly Demi Moore might get an Oscar nom for her role.
That's my best. The Substance. Yeah.
I didn't mean to steal your thunder.
Okay.
Sorry about that. But.
Segue.
Yeah. Speaking of which,
Substance is one of my best.
Yay.
It was this weird story about a fading actress who wants to stay young and relevant, but she uses like a clone. It's a very strange story.
Yeah.
You would think like Chad talked about it on the podcast, and then I went to go see it with him later on, and I was like, okay, so, and I remember asking during the podcast, like, is this like a clone of her? She downloaded into this new body, and that's not the case. It's like a whole separate body has its own consciousness and it's autonomous from her.
Yeah.
And so, but somehow she still does. It's all a metaphor for Hollywood and how they try to use up your youth, and you only stay relevant if you are young. This is what the film's trying to say. But I love that Demi Moore's performance in it is great. The actress that played the younger version, well, I guess not the younger version, the other version.
Margaret
Qualley, yeah.
Qualley?
Yeah, she's amazing in it.
Yep.
And, there's a part where Debbie Moore, because her counterpart is abusing the system, and she's only supposed to be out there for a couple of days, like a week at most, and she's like gone for like 40 days.
Yeah.
Like and every time she does that, some part on Demi Moore's body is kind of like withers away,
Gets damaged.
Yeah, so she eventually turns into this like
hag.
Yeah.
Like this
Mongoloid like
thing that is just like it's like, so, and she does a great performance with it, and just the performances for both actresses was amazing. So I'm glad that I hope that she gets nominated for something Oscar wise, and I hope she gets it. So
also the editing and the
yeah.
Sound design and the just like the shots were really fun.
Beautifully, yeah.
Like even though it's a very on the nose metaphor that they were going for, that it made up for.
Yeah.
Made up for that with like the visuals.
It was
and stuff like that.
stylized.
It was very stylized
yeah.
and very cool. Like, yeah. So I agree.
Yeah.
Let's go with the worst. Chad.
Borderlands.
Oh,
Very bad.
So yeah,
they completely missed the mark. Like the feel, the aesthetic of it just wasn't there. I don't blame the actors. It's just like the script was just not what it should be. I don't know if there were multiple versions of it down the line, and I heard there was like some reshooting and things like that, and it was pushed back for a long time too.
Right.
So like I mean yeah, there was problems I guess, but like I don't know why you still probably put it out. You could have written it off as just like, hey, we messed up and that's it.
Yeah, and it's supposed to have been like one of the biggest bombs of 2024.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it lost like the studio over 100 million.
Yeah.
So I don't. Yeah,
probably
I don't,
more than that because it was
well,
there was a lot of shoots on that one too, because it was originally completed like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
God, was it?
Yeah, like it took a long time to come out because they kept screening and like people didn't like it, and they kept tweaking it and tooling it, and
I was like, someone just play the game, and
right?
then, like
I don't understand why they do this, man. Like we keep. I was watching one of the YouTubers that I watch, and he named the latest Resident Evil show that came out. Apparently, I forgot it came out this year. Remember on Netflix?
Probably one of the worst shows.
One of the worst shows like ever made, and and I'm thinking like, why do they keep doing this? Especially like Resident Evil.
Yeah.
Like the storyline is there.
Yeah.
Just do that. Just do the games. Just do the first, second, and third. It's so easy to do, and you could do a TV show. You could do a movie. I think it'd work as a TV show.
Yeah.
Each season is like different. Just do that. What's in the video game, just follow what's in the. It's so well done. It's already in place, and they keep going with whatever those Resident Evil movies were that we got in the early 2000s. They weren't terrible, but they weren't.
They were so
they
off
weren't
left field
necessarily. Yeah, they weren't the game.
No.
And then we got this thing that happened on Netflix, and like, what is going on here? I don't get it.
They're gonna keep trying with that because the name recognition, Resident Evil. It's like they know they'll have someone watching it.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, The Last of Us pretty much followed the storyline.
Yeah.
I don't think
small tweaks here
and there. Yeah, which
like
worked.
Which worked. Yeah. So if you just follow it and then tweak little things here and there, I think you're going to be fine.
Yeah.
If you make the fan base happy, then you're good. You're set regardless.
Yeah.
So it's just like,
yeah, it was weird, man. I don't know why they keep doing this.
They do that with all movies based off other things. It's like, well, we got to make it different. We can't just repeat the story. I'm like, yeah, you can,
but that's what we like. Yeah,
right. But that's why people love it. Yeah. Chad. Excuse me, Watson. One of your worst.
Oh, one of the worst. Okay. It's gonna be a hot take. In a world where we said our farewell to the Spider-Man extended universe. We had
this is
some
gonna be
bangers.
Controversial?
We had some bangers after bangers. We had we had the Madam Web. We had Craven. We had Venom 3 come out this year.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's Joker. It's Joker 2. It's Joker 2. It's
definitely one of my worst.
$200 million for a courtroom drama that talks about the first movie.
A lot.
Yeah.
For 2.5 hours, 3 hours. What was it was boring. how do you make a Joker movie boring? You know, like I just I didn't have any fun with it. I didn't understand a point to it. I didn't understand. There's so much potential there for anything.
Mm-hmm.
Did it make you appreciate the first one now, since you weren't a fan of the first one?
I wasn't a fan of the first one. Yes, I will say it makes the first one look like a fucking Oscar winner, which it was. But it's like, I didn't understand. I don't know if it was one of those situations where Warner Bros. Were just like, "Hey, Todd Phillips, do whatever you want," and this is what came out. But there was so much of it. I was like, why? Why is this happening? I'm still upset by it, clearly.
I'm going to release a cut of those movies where the second one never happened. And the first one ends as soon as Joker's up on the car.
Yeah.
After he has that accident. And that's it. It ends right there.
Right.
To me, that's where I will stop that movie from now on whenever I watch it. And I'll forget about the second one.
Yeah. I mean,
that never happened to me.
That first one does end with this great, like, that story could go so many different directions.
Yeah.
And then to put out what they did was baffling. Just baffling to me.
I'm still really confused as to what he was thinking.
Yeah.
I don't get it. Yeah.
Like, you could have done this really cool, like, Bonnie and Clyde storyline with them. And, or like a natural born killers kind of vibe.
Something like that, yeah.
And instead, you just get this really sad fucking take on, like, let's talk about the first movie a lot.
Yeah. Let's recap in the courtroom.
Right.
The first movie.
Let's lecture the audience so they know what he did in the first movie was wrong.
Because I guess we all forgot. Just in case we forgot.
It's like, I wanted him to murder people in the first one. Okay.
Right. Like, I understand. If you're going to make a movie about a villain and then, okay, he's not going to be a villain you can, put yourself into. Like, I don't know. It just it was bizarre.
I mean, in every Joker iteration, comic book or live or cartoon one, very charismatic, ridiculous, regardless. And like, people are gonna like the character.
Genius. Like, he's supposed to be like a Manson-esque cult leader.
Yeah, like not always. He doesn't always have to be super intelligent. But it does help his character. But like the fact that, he's able to. He does these terrible things, but people still sort of kind of like him or like to see him because he's entertaining. He's an entertainer. So, or at heart, he feels like he's entertaining his victims. So it's just like to completely misinterpret that and like I don't know. I mean, there was people saying outside of the movie. Yeah, people were saying it was. Oh, this was because people liked him being killing someone in the movie and then becoming this character that people want to be in real life. I'm like, no, I don't know anybody who was like, you know what, I'm gonna go on a talk show and blow someone's brains out. I don't know. It's just I find it ridiculous. It's
So I feel it was 3 hours I will never get back.
Never.
I play hours and hours of video games. I don't go out and be like, hey, you know what? Let me shoot up a CVS. It's like what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, it was bizarre.
It's really bizarre and really disappointing, and I will probably never watch that movie ever again.
Yeah,
and I've watched Joker. You guys know I love the first one,
and
I've watched it multiple times. I have it on. It's the first 4K Blu-ray I bought.
Mm-hmm.
One of the first ones high definition.
You got that full Joaquin.
The full Joaquin. Yeah,
the full Joaquin package.
So first, and I definitely will never watch this movie.
I'm sure they'll play it for people like in prison or something.
Oh my god!
It's just another form of torture.
Yeah, exactly. Don't do that to those poor guys. Well, so let's another best. Watson, shoot it over to you.
Mm-hmm.
Give us a best that you think.
Recently, I mean, one that really was solid.
I'm sorry, I didn't give my worst. I'm sorry.
Oh, never mind. Hold on now.
I apologize. This is this is going to be controversial. I think you guys might disagree with me on this. Gladiator 2 wasn't that good. I don't think it was that good. Sorry.
No,
it was an unnecessary movie that didn't. That just reminded, just like Joker 2, reminded you a lot of the first movie.
Yeah.
Hey, remember this better movie that we made 20 years ago, over 20 years ago,
and like Joker 2, I think it tarnishes the first one a bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
it makes
very much so. because Maximus's sacrifices don't mean anything.
Don't mean
They
anything.
were all for nothing.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I will. I mean, like it's been harder as time went on to defend Gladiator 2, but I mean, there are still moments of it I do enjoy.
I think there's some great performances.
No, yeah, it's
Yeah.
just
I think Denzel's
the
killing
plot.
it.
Yep.
The plot really wasn't there, and I completely agree with that. But like, I would say though, I like it way more than Joker 2. So.
Yeah. Oh yes. The two
well, if I
movies.
had a choice, yeah, I'd definitely watch Gladiator 2 again. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like I could see myself watching Gladiator 2 again, but not like in a
At least
way.
in Gladiator 2 stuff happens.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like
Does it?
it does. You know,
you get some cool fights.
you got some movers and shakers moving around.
Sure.
Yeah. But yet again, like it's a movie where
Yeah, sure.
you take 20 years between movies. No one was forcing Ridley Scott to make this.
No.
Like it wasn't like the studio was like, you have to make Gladiator 2.
And nobody
He
was
took his
clamoring
time.
for it either. Nobody
No.
who watched Gladiator, the first Gladiator,
Well,
was like,
actually,
man,
no,
I really
I-
would like to see a second one.
I did hear or did see like posts every now and then throughout the years be like, oh, we need a Gladiator
Right.
2 sequel or something like that.
Yeah, from
or-
the studio, maybe.
I mean,
Well, because the first one made money.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
Well, yeah.
the same thing. It's like of course we want to make more money.
but I mean, I think I don't know if producers were involved in like, hey, we should have a connect to
Right.
the first one where it could have been a completely
Oh,
separate story.
Absolutely. You
So,
didn't have to
you
do
know.
anything with Maximus.
But hey,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Just do a different Gladiator story.
Yeah.
Too easy.
It was just
Easy.
too many coincidences, too many people connected that weren't connected previously.
too many main characters. You need
Yeah.
to
Right.
thin it out a bit.
Yeah, and why
And then-
why double up, the Emperor? Why double up Maximus and Pedro Pascal's character? I mean, not Maximus,
Yeah.
but the son,
Yeah.
Lucius, and like they just looked like you made those characters paper thin because you were like, oh, let's just take that and bisect it and make
Right.
two versions of that.
Yeah.
Right. Or you could have just done like Proximo's story.
Yeah,
There you go.
yeah.
You know? Something.
Or I always forget his name. Maximus's friend at the end of
Oh,
The first one.
Jamin Hunsu.
yeah.
his
Yeah.
character.
There you go. Yeah, that would have been perfect. Yeah, sorry. Watson, go ahead. You were saying your best.
Oh yeah, so a movie recently that we saw that actually I was kind of like surprised how much I had fun with was Sonic 3.
Ooh.
And I know we're gonna do a Sonic episode and we'll
Yeah.
get into it more, but I was happily much like the Planet of the Apes movies. This like trilogy of movies are a lot better than I thought it would ever be.
Yeah, it's certain, definitely.
And storytelling wise, like versus like something like Super Mario Brothers, which they just kind of threw everything in at once. Like they took their time to like set up the storyline and the characters and everything. I appreciated it. I was like, I had a fun time with it.
Yeah, it's a fun. They're fun films. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Good times.
So that would be one of my best of the year.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
I agree with that. Chad, do you want to give us one of the best? One of your best?
The Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes.
Hmm.
I really enjoyed.
Yeah.
They just, the CG always knocks it out of the park
Yeah.
for that. The performances were great, and the story even more so intriguing, where it's just like the whole aspect is like, I guess humans don't talk now, and then like there is this small group of people who do talk, and they have their own plan going, and then there's like different tribes of apes around. I was like, that's all interesting. I like the world that they're building.
The world building is great.
And
man.
I'm excited to see them move forward with it. I hope I don't know if we're going to be following the same main ape. I would think so. Just
they
because
kind
we
of
just
ended with the cliffhanger.
Yeah,
kind of thing with
so-
humans. So
I think hopefully we see more of that. And I'm blanking on his name, but him as Maximo, the king.
oh yeah, another
Caesar
Maximus.
ape.
Yeah,
he-
Kevin Durant.
Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
He was awesome.
So
He was
good.
great.
good.
Yeah.
But no, I was totally into it and everything. So
Agreed.
I'm excited for more.
Yeah. Watson, one of your best?
Did you do your?
Oh,
You didn't do your.
excuse me.
Stop skipping yourself.
I
man.
keep keeping myself. Yeah. One of my best.
Selfless.
I will definitely have to go with Shogun.
Oh, as a TV show.
TV show,
yes.
yeah. I think it was incredibly well written. I watched part of the original series. I think it came out in like the early '80s. when I was a kid, but I don't remember too much of
How
it.
old are you? No.
Well, yeah,
It's turning to dirt. Oh no.
Oh no.
Yeah. I watched it sometime in the '90s when when I was running on TV again. But I remember watching part of it. I was like, "Oh, this is interesting." But like, I remember thinking, like, why is there a white man in the middle of this Japanese drama?
We know why.
Yeah, we know. Yeah,
And it's not Tom Cruise.
it's not, yeah, it's weird.
Hey,
and he's not the
That
last
movie's
one.
a great movie. Don't you talk
It
shit
is a good
about
movie. One of
Gotta
the
do a
best of
rewatch.
2003.
Oh,
Whenever it
And he
came
wasn't the last samurai.
Yeah,
It was
that's
about
true.
the group of last samurai.
Ken Watanabe.
out. Yeah.
Because he
Killed
wasn't
it.
dressed as one at the end.
Well, that's true. Yeah, he did show up in his cowboy
His-
uniform.
Dress uniform.
But yeah, no, it was. It's a show about this political struggle in Japan during the Edo period, and God, it's so well written,
It's
so
really-
well
it's
acted,
beautifully done.
beautifully
Yeah.
shot.
For like a FX show,
Yeah,
which you think
man.
like, oh, the budget's probably $12 in a shoestring. And it's like, no, they put money and time.
You know what I found really surprising? I mean, FX does this, so I do appreciate they do this. When the battle sequences, when the fights happened, and somebody got slashed with a sword, it was
Yeah.
like visceral.
Yeah.
Like there was like blood and guts and like
you don't expect that from basic.
Yeah,
you
at
expect
all.
that from like HBO or something.
exactly,
like
yeah,
that.
something like that. But I was like, holy, like there's a part where there's an assassin in the castle grounds, and so it turns out it's a woman, and she gets like slashed in the neck, and I was like, Jesus, and like it looks like her head comes off.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa.
I
You
think
know?
that's also like from FX doing Walking Dead for so long. They've got accustomed to having gore.
FX, AMC
Yeah.
does Walking Dead.
Oh, sorry. For some reason, I
Well,
thought
but they do Breaking, not Breaking Bad. They've done
The Shield.
Shield, Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah.
I swore there was another show they had, but I was mixing it up. Never mind.
Yeah.
Never mind.
But yeah, I mean, I think because of The Walking Dead,
Yeah.
I think a lot of TV shows are now like
Basic
well,
Cable's pushing it a little
Yeah,
bit
let's try to make this a little more realistic so people can be a little more interested, which is
Yeah.
I think that works.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah.
And well-deserved Golden Globe wins for the
Oh,
Definitely.
leads.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
definitely.
Yeah.
It's so Chad, do you want to give us one of your best?
I would have to go with The Penguin.
Yes,
It's
sir.
going to be my choice.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Shit, sorry.
Oh, no, go for it.
No, it's just I'm, as you guys know, I'm a big fan of Matt Reeves' universe. Since I saw the Batman so many times, I was so pumped for the show, and it didn't disappoint. It just delivered on every level, story, characters, no submersive or submissive pulling back on the characters like for the show, like, oh, we'll make them a bit nicer or things like that. It's like, no, they didn't. They made the characters who they really were. So and like this the ending, I guessed a lot of the
Yeah.
ending, but I didn't know when it was going to happen, and when it happened,
It delivered so well.
It
Yeah.
definitely
Yeah.
delivered, yeah.
Yeah, and yet again, Colin Farrell getting a Golden Globe
Yep.
for his performance, and so good.
Yeah, it's definitely one of the best shows ever made, one of the best TV shows ever made. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and the ending is pretty heartbreaking,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, again, it's something we talked about that I think we all were just like
Do you think
were shocked.
in the
Uh-huh.
Batman 2, when we see the Penguin, he might have like a picture of I forget Vic's
Vic?
like on a shelf
Victor,
or something like
yeah.
that. It's like, oh yeah, Vic.
Oh, man. That'd be heartbreaking, dude.
I was
I'd be
like,
like,
you piece of
don't.
shit.
I'd be mad in the theater.
Yeah,
It's like, fuck
No,
you,
I
buddy.
think that's
Yeah.
good though, because we
Yeah,
got to
yeah.
still stay fresh with that. So.
Yeah.
But no.
If they didn't reference him somehow, like even like you just said, something brief
Yeah.
in the next movie, it'd be kind of a rip off.
Or
like,
like
Yeah,
it's
do you
like,
think
oh,
we see his mom
just
in
having
the
a suicide
bed?
dive.
something. Yeah.
you know.
Ugh.
Show his mom. Yeah.
Watson, and
Yeah.
do you have another best?
Yeah, well, staying on the theme of TV, I had a lot of fun watching, and yet again, like Disney and Marvel seem to have a lot of misses, but I did really enjoy Agatha all along. I think it was one of the kind of like it hit the sweet spot, like really great casting, simple down story, like away from the Marvel main universe where it doesn't affect any of the movies, nothing like that. But going into, this whole like kind of subgenre of like the magic side of the Marvel year, and it was done really well. I think the casting great. There were some moments that are very like shocking and moments that will break your heart. And I thought it was great. I think Catherine Hahn did a great job. Audrey Plaza's great in it. Pay LaPone, like I mean, just
seriously,
stellar cast like all the way through.
Yeah.
And I think obviously they do a little bit of the the last episode they got to have like some people throwing CGI lightning at each other, but other than that, I thought it was a really solid show.
I didn't finish it, but not because I was uninterested.
Yeah,
but because I was just like, but I will get back to it.
Yeah.
So far, I mean, I think the characters are fine. And, I've enjoyed it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And like that's the thing. Like I don't need it to cross into like I don't need to have this show be referenced on like a movie later down the line. Like I like this being its own thing. Kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah. I had a great time watching it, and I thought Teen was a great character.
Mm-hmm.
And Catherine Hahn is great. Yeah, I had a good time watching it.
Yeah.
I will finish it eventually. But
and it was happening same time as Penguin, so I was enjoying TV at that time. I was like, oh man, this is like good programming.
You're eating your cake and your pie.
Oh man, yum 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 yum. Little DC, little Marvel, yum yum yum.
That's 10.
Chad, do you want to give us one of your worst? If you have any.
Well, did you go for
my best?
Yeah. Yeah, you did. You came up with Shogun.
Yeah.
One of worst. I don't really have another.
If you're out, though, that's all good.
Yeah.
Throw it over to Watson.
For worst, I'm trying to think of worst TV, but
I've got one.
Oh, you got one? Well, you go first, and then I'll.
Guys, I mean, this is punching down. I'm sorry, it's low hanging fruit, but it has to be said. Acolyte was just terrible.
Oh shit, that was your Sarah.
That was just terrible. Yeah, it was just I mean, it had some really great fight scenes in terms of like the lightsaber battles, so I applaud them for that. At least they went there. They had the guts to kill off one of the characters who we thought was going to be like was at least going to survive. Maybe not a main character, but that at least was going to survive. And they killed her off. I was shocked to see that. But it's just the writing is just not great, and the acting was very wooden, and the storyline made absolutely no sense. Sorry. I know it's low-hanging fruit. It's gotten beat up left and right. Disney canceled it because they're not going to make a second season. They're probably going to pull it off of streaming at some point, like they did Willow. It wouldn't surprise me if they did.
I think they'll leave it. It's. I mean, it still has a somewhat of a fan base that people still like.
Star Wars is hard to deny.
Yeah. I mean, I tried watching it, and I couldn't get through it. I just kind of fast forward to the lightsaber fights.
Yeah.
But I couldn't get through it because it was just that uninteresting.
Yeah, it was. And I remember like when the first episode aired, everyone knew the twist that was getting. Yeah, everyone was like, "Oh, this is gonna happen. This is gonna happen."
Yeah.
It was like they thought they were being really clever with the the kind of cop procedural element to the with the Jedi. And like no one cared.
No one cared.
Yeah.
And none of the characters made any sense as to what their motivation was. I don't know. It wasn't. Yeah, it's low hanging.
Was that before or after Ahsoka? I forget.
I was
after.
Was that the previous?
Ahsoka was last year.
Oh, it was. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
They ruined. Then they wasted the potential. They had a Jedi Wookiee on the show,
killed off screen.
You didn't see him fight once.
Nope.
Like, come on.
Yeah.
He's a fucking Wookiee.
Yeah, they just like walk into his office and he's dead. And they're like, oh shit, he's
the
dead.
coolest looking
what the fuck?
fucking character.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll come back as a Sith Wookiee.
With
lightning powers?
Wouldn't surprise me.
There we go.
Yeah, I'm not...
Burn the fur off his hands.
Yeah.
Like,
he'll turn scarred and white like the rest of the Sith.
That'd be pretty interesting.
Albino Wookiee. That'd be pretty cool.
They kind of look like the Obama snowman, though.
But Abominable Snowman looks fucking cool.
That's true. He does.
I thought you said the Obama Snowman.
Well, I live out here in the Arctic, and it's pretty great.
Let me be clear. I don't like snow. I love Obama. It's a low hanging fruit, and I don't know. I also am not a fan of characters just igniting lightsabers for no reason, just to look cool. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing?
But they're the cops of the universe, so that's gonna happen.
Well, no, I mean, I'm saying like when a character does it, like there's a part where Manny, I'm sorry, I'm gonna fuck his last name up. Anyhow, the guy who's playing the Sith character in this, he just like he meets with the main character of the show, and he just like it turns his lightsaber on for no reason. I'm like, why the fuck you turn it on? Anyway, so Acolyte. I think
that's like saying, why do people announce, "Hey, so and so" before they attack them? You know.
Oh yeah, I got worse too.
Yeah, what we got?
A show that came out at the beginning of the year. They dropped all their episodes in January last year.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It would be Echo.
Yep.
Yep.
I forgot that came out this year.
A lot of people forgot
that came out last year.
No,
yeah, that would have been my worst.
Early January. Yeah, and it was.
Did you watch it?
I did. I did.
I was like, everybody shit on it so badly. I'm like, I'm not even.
I watched
I'm not
it
going to waste
because
my time.
I was like, I want to see more Kingpin. That's mainly why I watched.
Right.
Yeah, but isn't he terrible in this? Like, it's not the same.
He's barely in it.
Yeah.
He's barely in it. He's not terrible. It's just they kind of pull, but like they become a little bit submissive with his character. There.
Yeah, I mean, and even the Echo character is so well done in the books, where you're just like, oh, she's gonna be a badass, and it just never really clicks, and it just they change her powers, and they give her this whole like, because she's indigenous, she's got connection to her ancestors,
right?
Which feels very forced and very like
a little weird,
like white-splaining stuff. You know what I mean? Like it's like, oh, like I feel like.
Yeah, that's like
she didn't have anything like that in the comic book. It was just like she could read people's movement, and could kind of like Taskmaster copy their fighting styles. And this, no, we gotta up, and they like connected to Eternals.
Yeah,
they did.
Yeah, like her ancestor, like the people that started her tribe, had like the same kind of glyphy power set that the Eternals have. So you see like a little backstory, like of them. It was just weird.
Wow.
Yeah. Like, I think if the show was it 6 or 8 episodes?
I think it was six.
Yeah. Like,
if it was longer and explained those powers a little bit more, maybe it would have been better. But
did you finish it, Jeff?
Yeah, I finished.
They did like a couple of like episodes, so that like go back in time to like visit
a little
other
bit,
women
but
and stuff like
it was
that,
so it wasn't.
It didn't really connect with her at all,
And
other than like she's the chosen one.
She never she rarely talked about ancestors at all, and so I was just like, this is out of nowhere, sort of.
Right. I mean, and yet again, it's like I gotta give him credit for doing a character that probably wouldn't get no one's gonna use Echo in a movie.
True.
No one's like it's an indigenous person who is also deaf and lost a limb, an amputee. It's like,
I mean, she did a great job.
She did a great job.
What she had to work with.
But it's
I think
rough.
Also, the tone of the show was too lighthearted.
Yeah,
like they should have went even darker as off of Daredevil and Hawkeye.
Yeah,
because even there it was a little darker. And it was still it was cheesy here and there, but like you could have went darker with her.
There was a good balance in that show.
Yeah,
right.
And here it was like a little cheesy, and like the fights at the end was just very kind of like corny. It was I don't know. It just felt, or at least like have Kingpin kill someone.
Right.
He didn't kill any of her. Like he had her family hostage. Mm-hmm. He's like he could have at least like murdered one just to make it that much more.
Well, and what really made me laugh was he gives her a contact so that he can talk and she can see what he's saying instead of like him having to sign.
Mm-hmm.
And instead it just projects arms that are signing.
Yeah.
So it's like this little outline of these projected arms signing as he's talking, which I'm like, it could just like write text.
Yeah.
And you know what's funny?
And she could read it.
It's funny you bring that up because I came across a clip today. I don't know how real it is, but it showed a college kid develop these lenses that does the same thing.
When I worked on
is it
American
sign language
Idiot,
or is it
no, it's like text.
written text.
Yeah. It's like closed caption. So it reads your lips as you're doing it.
As I worked on American Idiot with Deaf West, and one of the hearing impaired actresses had those glasses.
Oh, really?
Oh, wow.
And was showing us, like she put it on, like we all put it on. You could see,
God,
she held her phone and you could talk, and then the text would show up. It was amazing.
Wow.
Now,
It was
does it
really
have
cool.
to? You have to be within the vision of the lenses, or is it hearing you as
No,
well?
it was hearing from because it connects to a phone,
Uh-huh.
so it uses the mic on the phone.
Oh,
So
wow.
more than one person is talking.
Yes, and then it actually
wow.
does
So you don't
the
have to be
colored
facing-
text
Whoa.
is
Oh,
different
wow.
for different people.
So you don't even have to be facing the person.
No,
Wow, that's
it's
cool.
really cool.
That's
yeah,
sick,
like
yeah.
it's very. She said it was like they gave it to her to kind of as a prototype to
Oh,
test
that's
it
awesome.
out.
Wow, that's sick.
And it's really early days for the technology, but it's
Yeah.
very exciting stuff.
Yeah.
Ah, that's cool. Wow. Well, Echo did it first, I guess.
Yeah, that's true. But yet again, it's like, why go to all the trouble of showing arms? Because it was like his arms were down.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then
And it was like
you
weird
see these like digital
floating
arms going,
digital arms.
Okay.
And it was just like, it just seems like over designed.
Yeah.
You know, for
That'd
no
be cool
reason.
if the digital arms were physically present and he could
She
like
could
fight
punch.
with them, and that'd be cool.
There you
Yeah,
go.
like if it was like a projection that
Yeah.
he didn't need that she didn't need the contacts
Yeah.
for or something, you know.
It'd be probably a better fight than the Daredevil fight that was on that show.
Of the 2 minutes that
Yeah.
they put in the trailer,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
that made you think that Daredevil was going to show up through the whole show.
And he did not.
No.
No, you had one scene. That was
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, I couldn't. I think we have a mutual friend who he's like how because I won't give my time to a TV or show that everybody's shitting on.
Right.
You know, I just can't. Like, I don't have time for that
Yeah.
anymore. And he he brings it up like, well, how come you can't really talk shit if you haven't seen it? You know, he says
Right.
that to me, and I'm like, I can if everybody that whose opinions I trust says it's terrible, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I don't have time to give attention to a shitty TV show or a shitty movie anymore. Like I just like,
Yeah.
and I remember I used to do that. I was like, no, I'm gonna power through because it's Marvel. And I remember Daredevil. Speaking of Daredevil season 2 really fucked me up for that because I was like, oh wow, there's like that was the episode that had like the I think that was the episode that had like the dragon bones
Oh, that was Defenders.
and Defenders. Excuse me, yeah, Defenders. And I was like, wow, oh my god, there's a dragon in New York. This is gonna rock.
Yeah.
And then I was like, no, it's just bones. Like, fuck you guys, man. Like, what the, it's that kind of. So after Defenders, which Defenders wasn't terrible, but it's just that kind of thing. I was like, I can't. So once, the Marvel, theatrical films started kind of losing steam, I once it hit the Eternals, like, I'm not gonna watch this shit anymore.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just gonna watch the ones I can't get myself to go into a theater and watching this shit or sitting down. If it's everybody whose opinions I trust is saying this is not good,
Yeah.
I'm just not gonna watch it. So this thing with Echo is like,
I know,
everybody's
and
saying
yet again,
terrible.
it's
I was
one of
like,
those
okay,
things
that's
where
it.
it's like I liked the casting. I thought she did great. When she showed up in Hawkeye, I was really excited because I love Echo as a character because I read Daredevil comic books. She has a great look in the comic book. She has like a white handprint on her face. Never happened in the show. Was waiting for that.
Probably because they thought that would look weird.
Yeah. But at the end, she has this crazy ass costume,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
And so it's just like, which is not in the comic books, but
Right.
but I just like the potential was there. You know what I mean? So I think it was like kind of mishandled, and then rushed out, and they just dumped 6 episodes. I think there was more episodes filmed that they
Cut down.
and just
I've
kinda-
heard
I
that,
think
yeah.
I think I remember something like that. So
Yeah.
and at the same time, that's when they were filming Daredevil Born Again, and they scrapped that entire season that they filmed.
That's right. Yeah. That's
Which
right. Yeah.
God, so thank Christ that happened.
Yeah. Seriously.
Who knows how that would have been fucked up?
Yeah. But now we got the new one to look forward to.
Yes, look,
Yeah.
Yeah. Knock
hopefully.
on wood.
knock
yeah,
on
exactly.
wood. I mean,
We'll see.
yeah.
Yeah.
Echo, worst of the year.
Worst. Okay.
All right.
I guess I'll give one more best here of the films that recently came out. I gotta give it a shout out to Wicked. I was wickedly surprised.
Hey, 2025, all the puns
2025.
coming at you.
Wicked Pisser.
We did a whole episode dedicated to it on the podcast.
Yes, we
with
did.
Tiffany. And follow the Yellow Brick Girl.
Yep.
And it was. I recently went again to watch it with my girlfriend. We took her niece, who she's 11 years old and she hadn't seen it yet. So I was like, we were kind of trying to figure something out to do for the day. And I was like, oh yeah, she wants to go see it. Let's go see it. And I wasn't like, I was the one that made a suggestion because and if I did not like the movie, I'd been like, why don't you guys go see what Kids on me, But I was like, yeah, let's go see it again, So, and I enjoyed it. The digital version dropped I was like, yeah, fuck it, I'll buy it. Just to have it on,
guy.
just to have it on my library. So.
Right.
It was.
Don't want to support the physical. I get it. That's all right.
Once it's out, I will.
Okay.
Once it's out. But I'm supporting the film. No, but I'm with you with physical media, but that's only for films that I really am into.
Okay,
Wicked,
that's fair.
Wicked is like I like it, but I'm not going to be like, oh, I'm going to get the merch for it. No, you know what I mean?
That's fair. No, that's fair.
So, so I was pleasantly surprised with it, and I'm looking forward to the second half of it. And I don't mind musicals. I did go see Wicked the musical at the Pantages when it was playing a couple years ago. And I enjoyed it. So, does anybody else have any bests or worst?
I got one more. The Fall Guy. I really
Best?
enjoyed.
Really good.
That's a good movie.
Just solid.
It's sad that it didn't. It's sad that it didn't.
I don't know why.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I thought like the fans of Barbie would have, ushered in to see Ryan again. Yeah. But apparently, I guess it was not. They weren't like that big on Ryan. It was just mainly the movie Barbie. So,
I think it's just because no one knows what the Fall Guy show is.
Well, true, but the thing is, if they're looking for hot Ryan, obviously he looks great in this, but it's more about the physical comedy of Ryan Gosling in this, and that's what I really love because I'm a big fan of physical slapstick comedy, but action comedy. So that was a great mixture, and I love a movie within a movie kind of set. The life type of thing. It's always entertaining to see them kind of go through surreal sets and then back into reality, back and forth. But no, it was a fun plot, like just exciting references to just. They reference other movies and TV in there. That was fun, like Miami
fifth
Vice
movie with Aaron Taylor Johnson in there this year.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, good on him, man. He's working. They got him working.
From that to Craven to Nosferatu. Kids everywhere.
Yeah.
But no, I just really really enjoyed that movie, and I really want the Miami Vice stunt team jacket that he had in there. It looks so cool.
It does look pretty dope.
Yeah. I think those went on eBay. Like,
oh really?
And then they shot up in price.
Damn it!
Wow. Yeah. Just give it out honorable mentions to because a lot of stuff came out in 2024, which is great. Dune 2 was amazing. Obviously Beetlejuice 2 was a lot of fun.
Solid.
Yeah, I was glad to have it back.
It was like making money all the way to Christmas.
Yeah,
too.
Man.
It was in the top 5.
Good, wow.
Quiet Place.
That was gonna be one of my picks. Yeah.
God, what a great film. It's just also like we didn't
Give
get
Lupita Nyong'o an Oscar.
Yeah, seriously.
Just
and
do
like
it.
the movie could have been like this kind of like gore fest, that other films probably would have done, but it really concentrated on the two characters, just kind of like in quiet moments,
Yeah, I think we even said when we reviewed it, like if you take the aliens out and make it like a disaster movie, I'd still watch it.
Yeah, it's still been a great film.
Their chemistry was so well done. Like everything about that movie clicked.
And Civil War.
No pun intended.
No pun intended.
For the aliens.
Because you gotta be quiet.
Yeah. Shh.
Gotta be quiet.
Civil War was a great film that I really enjoyed. I don't understand a lot of people criticize it for like, it has nothing to say. It's just a film about these people caught in American Civil. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? You obviously didn't see the nuances that were interwoven within the film. I guess because audiences are too fucking stupid nowadays.
Thought, based on the trailers, it was going to be very political and in your face about politics, but it's a lot more subtle.
It's much more subtle, and there is it. It also a lot of people were criticizing for not taking a stand, but it very clearly does.
Right.
There's the nuances in it. You have to and we talked about it on the show, like the Boogaloo Boys, like Hawaiian shirts that technically the federal troops who are fighting for the federal government, who people are rising up against, are wearing. The
good guys, right? Comrades.
The white supremacist sign that I said one of the characters is doing before he gets shot by a white supremacist. Jesse Plemons.
He steals the movie.
Yeah, it's God. What kind of American are you?
Yeah.
So it very clearly has something to say, and there's subtle nuances to who the president is supposed to be.
Were you telling me that he wasn't even supposed to be in the movie?
No, the guy who
cast someone else, and
the guy who did it had to drop out for some reason, and they were just he
was just there.
Well, his wife, who's
Kirsten
Dunst, was like, "Oh, Jesse can do it." They're like, "All right, really? Yeah, bring him on." And he's so good at playing a psychopath anyway,
Yeah.
So he played one in
Imagine
Breaking
like
Bad.
no prep, nothing. Just
Nothing.
like,
Just, I think he was on set. Like that was like his. That might have been like the
these
first take.
glasses,
Too.
they're mine. Don't
Yeah.
worry about it.
Yeah.
I ain't taking out these pink sunglasses.
I think he
Nobody.
might have also suggested that. Like, crazy
he,
this guy
he
is.
picked his
So,
kind of look too.
Uh-huh.
For it.
So good.
Yeah, it's great.
He's great. Yeah.
But yeah, I had a lot of fun seeing Civil. It's. I highly recommend. If you were going to go see it at the time, I would recommend seeing it in theaters because it was like the sound was so intense, man.
Yeah.
And that, with the helicopter coming in, the gunfights. Oh, I did buy that on physical media, by the way, Chad.
I did see it on the shelf. Don't worry.
Yep.
You got the steel book?
Yep. I did not.
Yeah.
But
Steelbooks can be iffy sometimes.
Yeah, they can be iffy. Yeah. But yeah, I shout out definitely to Civil War for being a solid film. Awesome soundtrack too, by the way. Holy shit! I actually listened to the soundtrack on Spotify. It's really good. And I got to do my last worst. It's got to be Craven. I'm sorry.
Oh,
that shit was just.
it was trash.
It's the first movie that I've like literally laughed out loud at in theaters where you're not supposed to do that.
Yeah.
And where I was looking at another person during the film, like, what the fuck is happening? Watson, that was you. We're just kind of looking at each other like, huh?
Yeah.
Like, what did she just say? Like, what did just happen? My grandmother died, and I never saw her after that. I was like, well, yeah.
They didn't say cut. Let's do that take again.
Nobody looked at the screenplay and was like, wait a minute.
Yeah, no.
Hang on.
That doesn't make a
They're
lick
probably
of
just
don't
trying
they
to
have script
be
supervisors
done
on
for
these?
filming for the day. Be like, all right, that's good.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Yeah, the director collected his paycheck. He's like, yeah, whatever.
Wait,
Go
there was
for
a
it.
director on this?
Yeah, I know. Meanwhile, Chad was like looking intensely, like, wow.
Yeah.
Well, because I wanted
tear in the eye.
I wanted to analyze. I wasn't paying attention to the dialogue because I already knew the dialogue was bad. I just wanted to see any of the Spider-Man lore that they'd implemented in the
You
movie.
were craving those abs.
No, I was like, where's his line main? I want the line main. Where's that? And they don't give you that till the end.
Till the end, yeah.
I'm like, come on,
which
guys.
wasn't even that great. It was just,
No, it wasn't. It looked kind of not great.
Yeah, exactly.
I've seen cosplay better.
No.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
The only thing I liked in that was the hallucination.
Oh.
Hallucinations. Hallucination scene
Yeah.
with the spiders coming down. I was like, that's cool.
Yeah, that's pretty
And the fight with the foreigner. That was the only part I really
I would
liked,
say
so.
I forgot the actor's name who plays the rhino.
Yeah. Oh,
Alexei something?
Yeah, he was fun. He was fun.
Yeah.
He knew what movie he was in.
Yeah,
he
had
hammed
fun.
it up. He was just like, I get to be this crazy character. Let's have fun with it.
Yeah, exactly. Let's do it.
Oh, I wanted to shout out before we move on. Oppenheimer.
That was this year?
Yeah.
That was last year.
That was
That was last year?
2023, yeah.
2023?
Barbenheimer.
Barbara,
Oh, shit,
yeah.
you're right. Damn.
Yeah.
Then,
You can shout it out, though.
No.
Are you thinking The Brutalist?
No, well, I mean, the Brutus, that would be one I would shout out. But also, and then if that was 2023, is Martin Scorsese's, was that 2023 as well? The
Osage,
the
flower.
Flowers of a...
That was last year.
Yeah, it was last year.
That was
yeah.
2023 as well?
That was 23 as well.
That was like December of last year.
Damn.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
time
Which was
flies.
another disappointing movie. We talked about it, but yeah.
I didn't think it was too disappointing.
It's just not.
The
Megapolis?
Megapolis.
Oh, Megalopolis. That was this year, right?
Yeah, that was this
That
year.
was this year.
Did you? Is that one of your
That's
best? Or
gotta be
worst?
on your
Where-
best
what
list.
is that? Is on your? If you had to,
No,
dude, they released some of the clips on YouTube. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Yeah.
It's like, it's worth just looking at because of how ridiculous it is. So, I mean, that's the thing. I can't say it's the worst because I would watch it again in the sense of
Really?
having a blast, like watching
How ridiculous. it
crazy,
is.
like the.
But so you would watch it in terms of like you're kind of laughing at it. Though.
Yeah.
Okay.
it's a
So
good-
that's
I
not
would-
good. That's not
I wouldn't
good.
be going like, oh my god, this scene is, I wouldn't be watching like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
I'd be watching like, it's like, oh, here's a part, here's a part. And
Here's
it's
a part. Do you
why
like-
don't you go back to the club? I
saw that clip. I was like,
no,
That was dialogue in the movie.
the choices made. It's just interesting to see. I mean, I like a look into someone's unfiltered thoughts, and like this
Right.
was that.
Yeah.
This was
is that for
exactly the movie he wanted to
I,
make.
yeah,
with
I
no-
watched the "Do You Like My Boner" clip.
Yes.
I was like, what am I watching?
my favorite. The bow.
No, it's a bow and arrow, and he kills Aubrey Plaza and then shoots.
That's
Shia
the
LaBeouf.
best scene. That's the best scene.
I was like, what is happening? What is happening? I'm not sure.
Yes.
Amazing.
Yeah. Oh, we forgot. Didn't Horizon come out this
That's
year?
what I was going to use for
Oh,
my voice
man.
stuff.
I hear
That's a good-
it's
yeah.
better on streaming. They kind of
I did watch it on streaming again.
Did
I think,
they
yeah.
change things up?
They didn't change anything.
well, like I was watching a bit of it. I didn't get the same feeling you guys did. It felt like it's just because of the older westerns and older like epic films.
Yeah.
They are very slow and kind of disconjointed a little bit.
there was definitely some. I understand what he was trying to do. It's just that there wasn't a good flow between the characters, and then like some of the stuff that should have been really good, like they have that the Native American attack on that community, in the prairie, and like there's there's like 3 families stuck in that cabin. And it was such a disjointed, just like poorly shot, very slow,
It felt
like
very
action
community
film
theater kind
yeah,
of.
and I was like, "What's happened?" Like, an attacking native literally falls through the roof,
And everyone just kind of
and everybody just kind of like ignores him, except for one guy who's wounded on the floor, who's like fighting with him,
and nobody does
nobody does
jumps
anything,
in.
and I'm just like,
it's a
okay,
little weird.
yeah,
And I don't know what's gonna. They still haven't talked about release for part 2. It's in the it's shot.
there, it's done. Yeah,
He shot 1 and 2 together with the plan to release them, then do 3 and 4.
yeah. And look, I enjoyed.
know.
When I rewatched it, I did enjoy the scenes, which I enjoyed the scenes in theaters when I originally saw it. Was Owen Wilson's
the
story.
wagon train.
That was an interesting story.
That could have been a whole movie by itself.
Yeah, man, because it's like it's
I think that's the problem. It's like 3 different movies.
Yeah,
That they're just like squished all this
right.
together.
And that scene is very well acted. It's very well directed.
Yeah.
It's like these settlers were facing this like imminent threat from nature and from the
Oregon
Native
Train,
Americans.
the movie.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
It is Oregon Train, the movie. And there's like these like 2 British aristocratic people who are like, oh, I'm just gonna sit here and draw, and hey, can I borrow some
Drink
of
their
your
water and
yeah, man, don't do anything. And Owen Wilson like gets in his. I love that.
Yeah.
You know,
And even,
then-
I like Owen Wilson being this kind of reluctant leader.
yeah.
Like, he's like, man, I don't want to be the one that has to
right.
tell you
Yeah.
to do this shit.
And there's a part where that British family, the British couple, I should say, is spied on by somebody as she's like showering. She's like bathing with the water she's not supposed to be doing. Yeah.
Pretty
and Owen Wilson
lady.
is like, shit, I got to go in there and talk to these 2.
Yeah.
And like,
and he's a little
and they're 2
scared of
people
him.
who are also very, like the 2 men are very they contribute a lot to the,
Yeah.
to the,
Yeah,
the
I think
wagon
he
train.
says that too. Yeah.
Yeah. And so like they're a huge part of like a physical labor for the wagon train. And now he has to have conflict with them over people he doesn't even think are contributing that
Right.
much. It was a really good setup, man.
And I like he points out, like, we don't know how long our
We're gonna
war's
see
going to last.
water.
We don't
Yes.
know when the next time we'll see a town.
And it's great dialogue.
I'm
too.
like, that's gripping stuff.
Yeah, he says like, "Do you have any idea when we're going to see water, barring rain?" And he's like,
Yeah.
"No." And he's like, "Yeah, neither do I." So you can't. It's not your water; it's the camp's water. And
You
I
know
was
what?
like,
You turn me around. Let's watch it again.
Yeah, man.
It's off the worst list.
Let's just skip through some of the other stuff.
Yeah,
But,
there's a lot of.
But I did
Wow.
funny because I went to the when I was in the theater. I went to the bathroom with that part where Kevin Costner's character runs into that one of the brothers who's.
Oh yeah.
And I remember asking during the podcast, like, when I came back, they were already kind of like they were kind of facing off.
Yeah.
And I was like, I was only gone for like literally like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell happened? I thought it was just going to be a scene of him just like kind of walking,
Yeah.
and then it was going to build up from there. No, it
It
immediately.
really jumps off.
Yeah, and so it's like what you said. It's just the guy's like, "Hey, where are you going?"
Yeah.
And he's just like, "I'm just minding my own business, dude." And then like he starts like talking shit to like Kevin
Yeah.
Costner. And I'm like, what is this? Where is this coming
It's
from?
like
Yeah.
he realized, like, oh my god, we're this far in the movie and we haven't
We haven't had
any conflict yet.
Yeah, man.
I also think though that isn't too off, kilter with
What would happen back then?
Well, yeah, like people.
No, you're right, but the problem is that guy has a specific mission
True,
at
but
the time, which is
I think he was portrayed as like a guy who was, not a through line of everything.
No,
he's always kind of
He's
dicking
definitely
around,
like a
so-
wild card.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
sure, yeah.
I could see him just be like, "Oh, this guy looks like a tough guy. I got to show that I'm, better."
cock chest.
But
Yeah.
like my problem with that whole scene is that the setup didn't make any sense. He just starts talking shit to this guy.
Yeah.
It would have made a lot more sense if Kevin Costner got to the cabin first. And I think we talked about this in the podcast.
Yeah.
Starts interacting with this woman. Maybe they go to bed, whatever. And then this guy shows up. And then, she's like, "Oh, shit, can you help me, Kevin Costner?" And he's like, "You're just some girl I kind of want to mess around
Right.
with." And she's, "Well, I'm a woman. I have a child here." and then he's reluctantly has to agree.
Yeah,
to,
again, I do love that we just keep calling him Kevin Costner because no one knows
don't
what
remember his
any of the
last- I don't
character
remember his
names
name,
are.
yeah. I don't remember
Like
his name.
I was like, just like I remember like coming out of that movie, going like, I don't know anyone in this.
I don't
movie.
remember-
Like,
yeah.
I don't remember anyone's name.
And I remember his character from Dance with Wolves, John Dunbar.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah. It's that's when you're writing a good script,
right?
Those characters stick in your mind.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't remember any of the. Yeah, none.
Yeah.
It's Jen Elfman.
Yeah, we know the actors' names. It's like
Yeah.
Wilson, but
But that's
It's
it.
not Owen Wilson.
oh, sorry, Luke Wilson.
Luke
yeah.
Wilson. My bad. Yeah. Was
The
it
other
saying Owen?
Wilson.
Yeah.
Come on, guys.
Owen's in the sequel. I'm sure he'll show
yeah,
up.
definitely.
Hey,
Yeah.
man.
Oh, I
Jackie
was
Chan will
waiting
be
for
with
you
him.
at the end of the trail.
Yeah.
Ka-chow.
It's my friend John Wayne.
He's the one of the wagons. Ka-chow.
And Jackie Chan will be with him because they were in that western together.
Yeah, Shanghai Noon, man.
Yep.
It's a good one.
And that'll be an amazing film because we need a
This
third movie to
I know.
Did they do
round
two
out-
of those?
Yeah, they did
Oh my
Shanghai
God.
Noon and Shanghai
Shanghai
Nights.
Nights.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right.
And
Forgot about
I
Shanghai
love
Nights.
I love Shanghai Nights. It's fun.
Jeez.
It's fun.
Yeah.
Totally forgot about that.
And you get Donnie Yen in there, Jackie Chan versus Donnie Yen.
Yeah, it was basically Rush Hour, but in the western. That was the pitch.
Yeah,
Rush Hour, but in the west.
Yeah.
Greenlit.
See, that's-
75 million. Here's
that's
your
all
budget.
that's
Yeah.
all you free. That's all you need.
So you got Chris Tucker in the third one.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
There you
Connect those universes
That would be
together.
good.
Yeah, but I mean the
Shanghai Rush.
Because I'm just
Yeah.
going with
There you go.
because like they're in America and then
Yes.
they move over to Europe with England, so they got to keep moving. So
You
it's got
gotta
to go back to Asia.
You got to go back to China. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you have Owen Wilson be the fish out of water
Yeah.
kind of thing. I'm like, oh, this is how you do it. Yeah.
John Wayne.
Yeah.
What do we? Because they call him John Wayne.
Yeah. That's it.
God, I
yeah.
can't remember. I can't.
Write that script.
I could,
TM. Yeah.
TM. Or Shanghai West, if they move back to the.
Well, it's noon, night.
Nights.
What would be the dawn?
Dawn, I guess.
Mm. I did.
TM.
maybe
We're gonna cut all
wait,
this.
You know what?
Yeah.
You know what? Maybe both of them go to Japan instead. Like they jump
Oh.
China
There you go.
and go to.
Oh, they're trying to get
Where
to
they're
China.
both out of water.
Yeah, they're trying to get to China, but the boat lands in Japan.
they crash or
Yeah.
there's some stolen artifact from China that Jackie Chan's after that. It's like, yeah, O'Bannon's on the case with you, John.
That's right.
Oh, come on. And then, just
One
stupid.
more ride.
Yeah, and then they face. They bring in the lead from Shogun, Hero,
Yes.
and he's like the bad guy or something like that.
Right. Is it bad or is it? I don't know. Or is
What?
it just a meh that we didn't mention Ghostbusters: Frozen Empire? Is that bad?
I thought it was a
I kind of
bad-
feel like it's bad.
It's right in the middle for me. I think it was
Yeah.
an okay movie,
Okay.
but yet again, like we had a whole podcast. We had Matt on from LA Ghostbusters
Yeah.
talk about it.
That's right, Matt Zunick. Yeah.
Yeah, and thank you again for
Yes,
you for
thank-
everyone that came on
Yeah,
the show
thank
this
you.
year. By
Thank
the
you
way,
for this
Yeah,
last year, which
appreciate
was
it.
amazing.
Yeah, I mean, we had Fred Decker on. We had we had some amazing guests.
Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely.
DJ McHale.
Yeah, I mean,
McHale.
like we had some amazing guests. So thank everyone for that, and hopefully
We had
we'll
Andrea
keep
Bormanis, who was
Yes.
our advisor for Star Trek.
Yeah.
Science advisory.
That
Great
was-
guy.
that was
Thank
a
you again,
blast.
Andre. Yeah.
So hopefully next year keep going. 2025. Let's keep
Yeah.
on keep it alive.
We had Lee Wins. I mean, the widow of
Yes, yeah.
it's just we had a thank you our guests for coming on. Thank you.
Yeah.
Letting me down.
But Ghostbusters as a movie, I think it was an okay movie. I don't think it really added to the lore at all.
Yeah.
Really,
Mhm.
I think it was I think we discussed
We
during
did.
the podcast. It felt like a good episode of the show.
Yeah, it was stuck on the family dynamic. It didn't know how to turn it into
Yeah.
the
Yeah, man.
company part of.
Yeah, I think that they felt like they had to use the characters from the last
Yeah.
one, and I feel like there was characters like Podcast and Lucky that were just kind of thrown in there for
Yeah.
no reason.
Mhm.
Like Podcast was working with Ray for some reason, and Lucky was in
And-
a lab.
I just think they should have.
Yeah.
They shouldn't have had to prove themselves.
Right.
And they should have, like, when we got into the movie, they're already Ghostbusters. They're not still figuring it out. Like, I want them to already be stapled as.
But they kind of had their hands tied because they are still minors. You know,
that's true.
Right. So they were
that's why I was.
How do you work with that?
You could still use the adults and like bringing some in. Winston and Ray can guide them more. Obviously, it would be more screen time for the both of them, but like that would make more sense because I'm a fan of the Extreme Ghostbusters. Yeah. And like there's many Egon's like their mentor, and like I think they need an ever present Ghostbuster on hand to show them the ropes and also guide them lore wise to all the ghosts in the world and the all the
and I hope going forward like I want more forward momentum in story. Like I don't want more member berries. Like I don't need to see Peck back as mayor. No, I don't need to see the original guys again.
And
I mean,
the humor. I don't think they found it yet. The humor side of what the Ghostbusters need to be, because like I know people aren't a fan of, or there's a lot of people who aren't a fan of Ghostbusters too. But I think it's still very funny, even though some people don't find it funny. I guess
I love it.
But it's just like everyone needs to be
scary.
No, yeah, very.
It's that balance.
Like. The tunnel scenes in Ghostbusters 2 frightened the hell out of me as a kid. But the heads on the pikes and stuff. But it's just like I think they got too lighthearted.
Ego.
I think they got too lighthearted, and they need to bring back the scarier side a little bit more.
Yeah, agreed.
To Ghostbusters. So I hope they find it if they do make another one. So I mean, I don't know.
Well, I mean, Sony, I think is Ghost Core is going full bore still, so I think they got a cartoon series coming out.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. So I hope.
I hope it keeps going.
Do you know if it's going to be them or is it going to be a different group of Ghostbusters?
I don't know. Okay. They haven't really announced anything yet. They haven't even. They just announced the show is coming. I think 2025. Okay. So I think maybe we'll see more. Hopefully, images and stuff like that coming.
And the fact
soon.
that it's Netflix, I'm hoping that they don't. It's a little bit more on the adult theme side. So.
Yeah, I'd hope so too.
Agreed. Yeah. And before we move on to our list of 2025 stuff that's coming out, talk about that. We should probably talk about one of the last things that was released this year that would top my best list. I left it off intentionally because I wanted us to have a discussion about it. But Nosferatu.
That Christmas classic.
Christmas classic.
Yeah. A great Christmas movie.
It's got snow in it, sir. And it's got a Christmas tree.
The only thing that sucked in that movie was the vampire.
Boom, boom, boom.
Hard hitting comedy 2025.
Hey-o.
You're welcome.
Ding.
Have a good night, everybody. Have a good night.
Yeah.
We all went to go see this. I watched it in the IMAX because I wanted to experience it at Universal Studios. What did you guys think of Nosferatu?
I thoroughly enjoyed it. I saw it in the sexy, sultry Dolby, so I got all the sounds and the like for me. And I was I didn't know what to expect because I've never seen. Still, at this very moment, I still haven't seen any of the other Nosferatu stuff.
Oh, the original one?
The original, the Werner Herzog, or the Shadow of the Empire with Willem Dafoe. So I knew the kind of story, quote unquote, of just the all around broad story of it, but I didn't know.
If you know Dracula, you know the story.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. So, but as it was going along, I was like, okay, I kind of guessed what was going to happen and stuff like that, but the visuals were amazing, like the practical sets. Like I learned about this after the fact. Even though I kind of saw on screen, but I didn't know they had that many rats that were real.
2,000.
Rats.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I would love to be one of the rat wranglers guys. Like, no, over here. Just make it a clicky pen
different
thing or
clicks
something.
for each one.
Just like. Yeah. Or some cheeses or something like that. It's like, damn it, one of them got loose, guys.
Oh, no.
That one really had the plague. But
he wanted it authentic as possible. Yeah. Edgar's wanted it as authentic as possible. We need
to
actual
sign
plague
an NDA. He's like, we're going to give you the plague.
We're going to give you the plague.
But we
got treatment for it. Yeah, we got treatment for it now.
When we cut, we'll give you the shot.
Yeah, we'll just spray you a little bit. Yeah.
But no, all the like the it felt like you were there at that time, that period. Well, what was the time period they were going?
It's supposed to be like 1840, I think.
No,
1850s?
before that, 1700.
No, I don't think it was that. You might be right. It might be 1780s, something like that.
Yeah, just like Germany then. I was like, yeah, this is probably what it really looked like and felt like. So I had no, other than, they were all English, which is
weird, yeah.
Which is weird, but I was like...
Because I kept thinking like, oh, they're in Britain. Oh, but they're not.
No, yeah.
Because the Dracula story takes place in England.
Yeah.
But because the original story is... Because they couldn't get the rights back in the 20s for Bram Stoker's Dracula, they had to go with Nosferatu.
Yeah.
And then they just basically ripped it off, but changed enough of it. Let's change it to Germany.
Yeah.
Changed Mina, Harker, and Jonathan to what the characters are.
It's
in this.
Germany 1838.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
And then, I just... it made sense. Like, I don't know how far... I forget how far away Nosferatu's castle was.
It's in Transylvania.
Still,
but I mean, like, is that still in Germany or is that outside?
No, that's like in Hungary.
By that point, Germany wasn't really a country. It was just a collection
of states. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I was just like,
Past
okay,
the Carpathian Mountains.
It might be Romania.
But I mean, part of me.
Yeah.
So when he takes the boat, is he going?
That was a confusing part to me because I thought he would have to leave. Yeah, go all the way around Europe and through the Mediterranean. I guess.
Well, he could
guess
go
that's
above. Like that's why I'm thinking if he went the route where Norway. What's that ocean? Little is it a lake or channel?
Like the Baltic Sea?
Yeah, the Baltic Sea or something.
Yeah.
If he went north and came down on northern Germany through that way, but still, I was like, where did he dock? Because he was right there.
Well, that's what I mean. So, like,
town.
I think Transylvania. I believe it's part of Romania. Now,
that makes sense.
Modern day Romania.
Yeah.
So I guess he'd have to go around. Yeah, the boat thing didn't make any sense to me because I was like, I think he would just take like a train or like take horses all the way down. I didn't understand it. I was like, okay, maybe they just did that just to like make a bigger sense of time, because also
the original
they had to transport the boat to England.
Yeah, because he had to get to England, so of course he had to take a boat.
Yeah,
but then when
the last voyage of the Demeter, by the way.
Yeah.
Was that last year?
That was last year.
That should have been on the list too. That was a great one.
Hey, they used actual sets. Yeah. I was like, hats off.
But yeah, it doesn't make sense going to Germany, but it does make sense when you're going to England to take a boat.
Right, exactly. I was just like, I don't.
Yeah.
I think they did it just to set up the voyage of the Demeter.
Yeah.
It seemed like I was like, I don't think you would take a boat from Germany to Romania. Anyway, yeah. So, but whatever.
I like to travel by sea.
But they used an actual like castle.
Yes.
In Europe.
Yeah.
I thought that.
They filmed it all in Prague. I believe.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I think all Skarsgård performance. What did you guys think of that?
It was. I thought it was very cool. The actual that he was doing that with his voice as well, because I remember reading he was training to do like that double vocal range.
Talking very slowly.
I will be dressed as Lord.
I mean, it worked because of his look. Because if he didn't have the kind of Vladimir the Impaler mustache type of look, then I was like, that voice might have been too much. But, But since they were going for that version of Dracula vampire esque, I was just like, okay.
Did you like the stash? There's been a lot of debate about the stash online.
The stash.
It threw me off.
The mustache.
Likes mustache, sorry.
I mean, I didn't mind it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why people had such a problem with it. I was like, it's fine with me. Whatever.
Well, see, my only thing is like, from the images, obviously, since I haven't seen the original Nosferatu, I just know the image of him completely alopecia,
right.
bald. But I would think if he's a dead, decaying body, hair wouldn't be left on his body.
Right, exactly.
Well, hair keeps growing after you die.
Really?
Yeah, and so I think like what they're trying to do
hair and fingernails
keeps
growing. Okay, I guess
it's actually a myth, but no, it's because the skin recedes, so it looks like it's growing.
Okay.
And the skin and flesh recedes. So.
But yeah, I would just think at some point it would just fall out or something.
Yeah, I mean, they were trying to with Vlad because it was based off of Vlad the Impaler, and there's a painting of him with his stash.
Yeah.
So I think that's what they were going for. I didn't have a problem with it. I was like, it's fine. I think. It kind of they changed the character up a little bit because the original I've seen the 1920s 22 Nosferatu, and I have seen the one with with the
Willem Dafoe.
William Dafoe in it. Yeah, William Dafoe. I haven't
Shadow of the
Shadow of the
Vampire.
Vampire.
Yeah.
So good.
Is
He's
it good?
so good in it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I love that.
I didn't
Yeah,
know
so-
Max Shrek from Batman Returns was named after.
Yeah, after the
Yeah.
original
Yeah, the
guy.
actor.
Yeah.
It's like,
I haven't seen the Werner Herzog one. That's the only one I haven't
Oh,
seen.
the
of it.
77 one?
Yeah.
you have done a disgrace to all of cinema for not seeing
watching
my
that?
film. Now you can't decide which Nosferatu film is
My
your favorite.
Nosferatu is the best.
The best.
Show
of
me the baby. The child.
the child.
I would like to see the baby.
Yeah.
But yes, I enjoy the movie. I watched it in IMAX. It was amazing. Again, Robert Eggers likes to use a lot of practical effects. He likes a lot of sets. He likes a lot of actual real world locations, which is something that's kind of rare nowadays. It seems like in film, unfortunately. But yeah, anytime, like I've said this before, anytime a production uses practical effects and real world locations, hats off to them. They really go up a lot in my book because of that. It's not some green screen studio, so warehouse is where it's shot. Hats off to that. I enjoy the visuals, but I really have to talk about Lydia Rose Depp's performance.
I was waiting for you
Holy
to get
shit!
to it.
Yeah, I mean, come on, man. Like that was probably one of my best parts of the film. A lot of people are giving her shit apparently, like online over it, but I was like, I think she did a great job. It would really surprise me if she wasn't nominated for something. Like she does this for people who haven't seen it. She is being slowly possessed by the Nosferatu, like vampire, and she is like, she like goes into like possession, like faces, and she has
That's
like
what Stan does to the ladies. Better watch out,
Better watch
boys.
out, yeah.
Pull your girls
yeah,
close.
or or I'll give you convulsions. Yeah. She goes into convulsions.
to my Halloween
Get convulsions. But yeah, it looks like she has like epilepsy at some point, and she's doing all these things with her face and her body, and she's like contorting herself, and I was like, is this? And the crazy thing was like, I can't tell if this is real or if this is CGI. Or she's actually doing all that stuff.
Robert Eggers kid.
Yeah.
It's all her.
Yeah.
It's like there's no added effect or nothing.
I
She's
agree.
rolling her eyes back. It's not digital. Like
Apparently she's rolling. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Apparently And there is a lot of nepotism in Hollywood, and it is true. I think that I think a lot of people who shouldn't be there are there because of who their parents are.
Well,
but
who's
some
their parents?
But some Nepo kids do say, well, that only gets you in the door. That doesn't always necessarily get you the job, which is bullshit. But in this case, I'm sure that she got the audition because of who her parents are. And I'm sure that, she went to the top of the list because of that. But she really did earn her spot.
Probably
She really
hired
earned her
anyone
spot.
he wanted, though, for this,
Yeah.
Exactly, yeah.
Like,
Well, that's the other thing, yeah. But that's what I'm saying. So I think she earned her spot because of her performance, She did a great job, and it's really good acting, and I think that she has a very bright future in front of her.
Yeah.
I mean, I think people were judging her acting and some of the other actors only because of the I'm trying to think of the term, the kind of melodramatic overperforming, and I think that's part of the film. Like that's supposed to represent. Back then, that's probably how acting would look like, or in a sense of just watching an older film.
Right.
Yeah.
They're overperform, but it gives to
It's very theatrical.
Yeah, very theatrical.
Right, exactly.
And that, I mean, like, that was one thing when we went and saw it in IMAX, kind of put me off a little bit. Like, Eggers, to me, I like him as a director.
Mm-hmm.
I want more from him. I don't want him to be this kind of one, he's made 4 movies. Lighthouse might still be my favorite.
Really?
I love
it's one of my least favorites. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I loved the Northman.
That one's very underrated.
So very underrated.
I might have to watch that one again.
I mean,
The Witch. Did you like
The Witch? Was great.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I think that was his first film.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, I really want to see more from this guy. And then Lighthouse came out, and I was excited. And I was like,
But he's very much
whatever,
like he's got a stamp on like what his look and his directing style is.
And
the
mood he sets for the film.
Yeah, I feel like he's very much like the Wes Anderson of genre films.
That's a good way to
and
put
I
it.
want him to do something different because I'm scared he's going to be kind of locked into that box now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I want the next one, do something crazy. Like, do a big fucking musical. I don't know. But, like, I think if you... it's a very safe place, and I know that people already brought up like he's already said he's not going to do Frankenstein. Like he's like
I'm kind of disappointed in that.
people wanted him to do, and he's like,
But you already got 2 coming out. That's,
and he's
true.
like he's a big fan. Like him and Guillermo del Toro, big
I
friends.
would love
He's
for
like,
him to
Guillermo's
do-
going to do an amazing job.
I would love for him to do a Phantom of the Opera.
That would be
See,
great.
You know what I mean?
I
But,
mean,
like-
as much as
Phantom would be good, actually.
It'd be really good. It'd be
Yeah.
his style. It'd be a Nosferatu kind of style, but
Yeah.
set in a Vienna opera. Woo!
Yeah.
That'd be good.
as much as like horror is his kind of, I mean, I wouldn't call Northman horror really,
No.
but
No.
But it is this kind of fairy tale.
Yeah.
well, a fairy tale,
way
but
of doing
also
things.
He goes a lot of period piece.
Yes.
There
Yeah,
hasn't been a
that's true.
modern film he's
No.
made, so I'd like to
That
see
is
a
true.
modern
Yeah.
movie. I don't know what it would be about, but it could be whatever he wanted, obviously. And I would just like to see how he would kind of deal with modern day things or
Right.
know objects around the world and stuff like that. So I mean, I just wouldn't want him to always be like, oh, I got to go back in
Right.
time. You know?
Right.
And
So
I have a big problem when it comes to remakes. I always go like, what are you bringing to the table that's different? Like, why should I watch your version versus like the original?
yeah.
And with Nosferatu, he loves, like, in every interview I've seen since this, he talks about like he watched Nosferatu when he was like 9 years old. He did a stage version of it when he was in high school. Like, he loves this property, and I think it's one of those things where he loves the original almost too much because it's some of it's almost shot for shot.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I mean, I get it. It's like there's iconic things that you want to throw in, but you want to be able to put your stamp on it. And that he did some of that with Lily Rose. There's a lot more to that character,
Right.
You know,
I mean, like one of the most I didn't expect it in the film because I was like, oh, this is kind of just sticking to it's not going to be very violent and so. But then when you come into the room and you see him draining the 2 kids, I was like, oh shit!
That was
like,
shot. I was like, whoa!
I was like,
yeah.
I didn't think we'd see
Children get killed.
on
Yeah.
screen, and I was like, okay, now I'm things are getting more tense.
there's a threat to
Right.
it.
There's a
Yeah.
threat, and I was like, okay, more people are in danger, and so I don't know. That's that I wouldn't expect that in the older films. Obviously,
Yeah.
I don't think.
I mean,
you
the
can-
older film also it's very it's not as long. Obviously,
Yeah.
it's,
Yeah.
it's
so
much
there's-
shorter film.
Yes, and the character like the Willem Dafoe character is not in the film.
yeah.
Yeah.
So that was kind of obviously you got to throw Willem Dafoe in
Yeah.
there
Of
because
course.
he's
See,
amazing.
I personally thought since obviously Nosferatu was adapted from Dracula's story,
Yeah.
that he was going to be Van Helsing,
Well, yeah.
but he's just like a
An
teacher in the
alchemist,
occult.
yeah.
And,
Yeah.
like okay, whatever, that works.
Yeah.
But
But I wanted more from the Harding character, like his turn
Is that
into
the Aaron Taylor?
Yeah, like him
Yeah, he's-
losing his family and then suddenly kind of going crazy.
Right. And then he just dies.
Well, yeah,
That's what
he's
I
got
didn't get.
like plague infection. Like you
Right.
see like the pox on him.
But
and
it worked
stuff.
that
Yeah.
quick. I mean, I don't know. I guess maybe
Yeah.
he had other parts of his body, but
Yeah, I would like to see more with him, like him going slowly more crazy.
I agree.
and
Yeah.
maybe becoming more of like the
guy who
the
works
Renfield
for-
type.
yeah.
Yeah.
I expected
well,
that to
I
happen.
thought
but
at the end, I thought he was like either having sex with his wife's dead corpse or eating.
I
her.
thought so too.
I thought, yeah.
I thought
so
it was
I
banging
wasn't
the
sure
corpse.
which,
Yeah.
so I was like, "Oh, he must have got infected from her body and then died." I don't know, but he seemed like he already had blood coming out of his mouth before he
Yeah.
died, so I was confused a bit
Yeah.
on that. My main thing though was I was putting a little bit more thought into it than needed, but like the breathing of his Nosferatu,
Yeah.
Ward off. Yeah.
and I was just
Everything's
like.
painful and
Well, no, and that's interesting. It gave
Yeah.
him a presence in front of you, like you just hear his heavy breathing
Yeah.
between his speech and just he's frail, but he's also very strong. So
Yeah.
yeah.
But the thing was, I was like, well, he's undead. Wouldn't he not have to breathe? Like I don't know. But the thing
Yeah.
is,
It's
vampires
not your
also work by
traditional
scent.
yeah.
They might
Yeah.
smell your blood. So I was like, I don't know how he would be with an ailment unless he died that way and his lungs are. I don't know how
He's
that
got the
works.
general
or-
grievous disease.
yeah,
Yeah.
I just was like, if there was something, but I felt that gave more feeling to the plague he brings to the city. He's
Yeah.
like, he's having, he's
Yeah.
very sickly, so he's
When
spreading the
I
sickness.
I think it kind of works too with the way he talks to it, it's kind of like he's pushing the air out of his
Yeah.
body, like these bellows. You
Yeah,
know?
it's like he's undead, so it's hard for him to talk.
Yeah.
Maybe that's it. Maybe that's
That could be it. Yeah.
I was a little pissed off at the beginning. You know, the pre-title sequence with the jump scare.
Yeah.
So I was like, "Fuck, is this movie just gonna be all jump scares?" Because Norseman had a lot of jump scares. And
Yeah.
I was like, the last thing I want is more like, but he was very restrained from that. Like,
Very
I feel
much
like
so,
you had the
yeah.
couple in the beginning of the movie, and then it really just kind of played like this beautiful kind of, love letter to the original. And I was like, okay, he's not going to rely on just, Orlok's going to show up kind of thing. Like you had the really big one in the beginning with her, like, then when the sound cuts out and it's just her doing those panting breaths, and then it's him. I'm like, fuck, okay, that worked. That got me.
Yeah.
And then even though I kind of knew it was coming, but it was just like, it got me. I was like, I hope that's not a thing he relies on in this.
Yeah.
know? And he doesn't. He uses it very sparingly.
Yeah. I thought the same thing. I was like, oh shit. Like I was hoping that he'd be above that.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, just don't do. Come on, dude.
Yeah.
This isn't Insidious or some shit. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Don't do jump scares, dude.
Yeah.
And he didn't. And I was like, there was that one thing, and I was like, okay, awesome.
Yeah.
The rest was what he's really good at, which is like slowly building the tension.
Yeah, exactly. You do feel like on the edge of your seat for most of the movie.
Yeah, the other jump scare was when Nicholas Holt's character was gonna stab him in the and he
pops up. Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay.
Which is
naked Orlok.
Yeah, naked with his thing hanging out. So apparently, Skarsgård gave
Nicholas Holt.
That's the
prosthetic wang.
The prosthetic wang. Yeah, he like had it framed and gave it to him.
That's great.
So it's a unique gift.
Yeah, it is. I really enjoy the movie. I probably physical media. I'm probably gonna get it. Yeah, I know you're a big physical media guy. You're a big advocate of that.
I'm interested to see how it plays at home, because I mean, it's
That's
one thing
question,
to be on the big screen.
It's true.
And you gotta wait for the full color version.
Yeah.
The recolored Ted Turner edition.
The Spectravision.
Yeah.
I think it'll still play. It's just like, it's weird. It's like, I mean, Stan, you have a very nice TV.
Thank you.
And I think it's going to play nicely, with
Yeah.
as long as you have good sound. I think it doesn't matter really.
Yeah,
The
agree.
sound is what really
Sound is what makes
great
it,
in this film.
Yeah.
Sound is what makes it. Yeah.
And cinematography is beautiful.
Mhm.
I think the costumes are gorgeous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very interesting to me. There was like the beginning scenes where they they go to Hardy's house and his wife is wearing the same, the print on her dress is the same as the wallpaper.
Mhm.
And that's how men really treated women back then. They were just part of the house.
Right. Exactly.
And so
I didn't notice that.
Yeah, so her wife, the wife is always wearing stuff that matches the atmosphere, the scene that she's in, while Lily Rose's character stands out.
Yeah,
her outfits all. It's very this interesting because her character is very much a modern, it's a lot about obviously sexual awakening for women and the female orgasm is a big thing, and her character wanting sex and wanting to be with her husband at the beginning, he wants to go to work and she's like, no, stay in bed with me.
Right.
She has a hunger that no one else at this time would have.
Mhm.
And that's why she reaches out to Orlok and she was just like, I was horny as fuck and this dark creature came to me as a kid.
They never went over how she made contact with him, right? Did they? I don't.
They
remember
talk
seeing
about
that. I know she came to her when she was young.
So
well, no, I know that, but how he found her. I don't know how they made contact.
Eggers talked about it in an interview. He talked about in the early 1800s, they would claim that sleepwalkers were ones that would commune with spirits.
Yeah.
So if you slept, if you sleepwalk, obviously you're on some kind of spiritual journey, and that's why in the movie they tied her down to the bed.
Oh yeah.
Because she would walk when she was sleeping, and that's so he she was gonna be some kind of clairvoyant and was communing and was reaching out to anyone that would be friends with her basically. And then this dark spirit.
Well, even when Willem Dafoe is talking to her, he brings it up. It's she's not in this room right now.
Yeah, exactly.
She's astral projecting somewhere else.
Oh, right.
So it's almost not Insidious, but What's
Madam Web.
No.
Insidious.
Oh, it is Insidious.
Yeah, where the kid is like dream walks or whatever.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Into the further they call
yes.
it.
Yeah. The further.
Yeah.
So it's a little like
It's
that.
on the-
and
yeah.
that kind of concept of just like your body is defenseless against spirits.
Yeah,
and things
exactly.
like that.
Yeah.
So she probably woke him up because she walked over his.
And they talk about like when they're
something.
doing the bloodletting on her, how much like she has too much blood.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's interesting. So that when she has to sacrifice herself to Orlok, like he's full, like he's done, and she's not yet satisfied. She's like more.
Yeah.
And because she still has more blood in her, and she can hold on to him till sunrise.
And she's trying to, she's holding on to him so that the sun will hit
Yeah.
him.
It's really good.
That was
Like,
one
really
thing
well paid
also,
off.
like, it seemed like she was going to die when he first was going to get up because...
I think she probably would have.
Yeah,
but the thing is,
would
like,
have bled out or not had enough.
She had no blood left hardly.
Well, that's the thing. It's like if he loved her...
Well, he didn't though. He's just she's just another
It's a snack
thing.
pack.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So he was just like, he's like, oh, I'm going to get laid. And
Yeah,
then
pretty much. It's just
banging.
another. It's just. He's just another. He's just a creature. She's just another thing that he consumes as a creature.
Oh, okay. I
of
thought
what he does,
because the way they were talking is like, do you willingly give yourself over to me?
Yeah,
Like,
she has to
she was going to
willingly
be
do
like
it.
a bride type of situation.
It kind of was like that, but he's okay with killing her. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
So
He's just gonna move on to somebody else.
Yeah. Okay.
So, but yeah, I thought it was true. That's so sad. I shout out to Eggers for giving us another shout out to the '90s Wes Craven's Dracula. Not Wes Craven. Excuse me. The one that
with Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy. Yeah. No, that Keanu Reeves is in.
Oh, Bram Stoker's.
Bram Stoker's, yeah. Where Orlok moves kind of like Gary Oldman's Dracula when he first gets to the castle. Like he's in front of him, and then all of a sudden he's right next to him, pouring him a drink. You know, I was like, oh, but that's the only time he really did that. Move like that, and I was like, oh, that's awesome. I see it. That's a little shout out to Wes Craven's. Wes Craven. I said it again. That's a little shout out to
Coppola.
Coppola's.
Coppola.
Yeah.
Coppola's Gary Oldman.
Gary Oldman, yeah.
Still probably my favorite Dracula.
It's really good, dude.
Yeah.
It's really well done.
It's very very melodramatic.
Very very slow.
But still holds up.
Yeah, takes its time.
Yeah.
Builds the tension up.
Dracula, the character itself is very melodramatic, so it's just like you gotta be, the children of the night. You gotta, right? That's the line.
Good.
It's true. It is. It is a line.
Yeah.
It is a line. Very good.
No,
I like
thank
that.
you. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Do you prefer when he turns into a wolf or no?
I mean, I liked it. I didn't really get it, but yeah.
No, I mean, like I knew some lore. He can turn into a wolf. Some it's just a bat. It's just like pick one, guys. Pick a lane.
Exactly.
Pick a lane here.
Well,
Coppola only gets one. Okay.
Coppola's was used a giant like man bat thing, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it looked dope.
No, yeah.
I liked it. Yeah.
But I always find it weird when vampires control like wolves for some reason. I don't know.
Yeah, that's like old.
Yeah.
I think that's from Bram Stoker's.
That's from the original.
Okay.
Because they have dark magic,
It's like, okay, ours, right? I don't think a werewolf would.
That was the thing too with Orlok, like the original design from like 22 and I posted a picture with a lot of different versions of Nosferatu right over the years, and I always thought that because Orlok has like the fangs aren't like separated out like traditional. There's just two up front. I thought it was more based on like vermin, like rats.
Oh, that makes sense.
And that's why there was
no.
Yeah, that's why there was no like. Yeah. So like seeing him with the mustache, I feel like you kind of lose that. He's more of a corpse than like vermin. You know.
By the way, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, for those fans of that show who are out there, that show also did a callback to Nosferatu.
Yeah.
You remember when? So there's an episode where. Glory, which is one of the big bads of the season, like raises a real vampire, not the vampires.
Yes,
remember that?
Yes.
Not the vampires. Like she calls. She even says they're hybrids.
Right.
The vampires you've been fighting are human vampire hybrids.
Yeah.
Like this is a real vampire, and it comes out and it looks like the Nosferatu character.
Oh.
And when I saw that in the 90s, I was like, oh, that's I know what that is.
I forgot about that episode.
And it's like it's much tougher and much harder to kill, and it kind of fucks Buffy up.
Yeah.
Like the first time
I remember that
fight.
one.
Yeah, it's so good.
And it looks like the picture of the master instead, because I was like,
well, the master was kind of like that as well. Yeah, it was. Kind
I
of
wonder if in the Spider-Man comics, the villain Vermin if his look was based off of Nosferatu, because he had the same look with the
Like
teeth,
George,
the rat teeth,
Could be, yeah.
the pointy ears and red eyes and stuff. He's just covered with fur instead.
Yeah.
But he was one that Spider-Man can never beat by himself, usually. And I don't know.
Oh yeah, I'm seeing him now. Yeah, he
very
does it,
kind
yeah.
of similar look. So I wonder if that was
Probably.
at all inspired by it. Cause
possibly.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Awesome. Nosferatu, highly recommend. Check
Yeah,
it out.
absolutely.
I will get it on physical media.
Great movie.
Yeah.
Great way to end 2024.
Yeah, definitely. I don't know what I want to see how it did as far as making its money back.
It's doing really well.
Is
It's
it?
made more
Okay.
money than I think it's made more money
Oh.
than all the other Egger films combined.
Yeah, so it's a budget of $50 million. Its box office is 104.
Mr. Egger.
So that's pretty. I mean, that's not great for films, but
But for
still pretty good.
a horror movie at Christmas
yeah,
time, I think
definitely,
that's
yeah.
pretty damn good.
Actually, I would love to see if he was still doing like an older period. I would love to see his version of Sherlock Holmes.
That'd be good.
It would be interesting.
That'd be good.
I don't know what story he would do, but I think
Murders in the Rue Morgue.
20,000 Leagues Under the Sea.
Oh, that'd be
Submarine
good.
Adventure.
that would be cool too.
That'd be good.
You know what? What if he tried to do League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, like his
There
own
you go.
version?
That would be dope.
I want
Yeah.
Willem Dafoe as Nemo.
Gosh. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. Okay.
I
You
guess
wouldn't
so.
want to. You wouldn't want to see him as as the Invisible Man
I think it'd be great if he was one. Yeah.
because his voice.
Yeah,
he's
his
got a
voice,
voice
yeah.
for
Got a
it.
great
so-
voice for it, yeah.
I can see Eggers doing the Invisible Man as well.
Yeah,
I was thinking of that before I said fan of the opera.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
I could see him doing Creature of Black Lagoon since
What Star
since
Wars?
Guillermo already
Yes.
did his kind of version.
What Star Wars property will they hire him for?
Oh, they're
Because
definitely gonna give him a
they
Star
do that
Wars
with
movie.
every, you
They're
make
definitely
you
gonna
make a
announce
big
one
money
and then
as
cancel
indie
it.
director.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It'll be like a Chewbacca horror movie.
Yeah,
or
they're going
something.
to announce that next month, and then 3 years from now, we still haven't seen it.
Yeah, I mean, well, Star Wars Celebration is in May, so we'll probably hear about it.
Maybe no, he'll do a Jabba the Hutt crime film. It's like, I don't know Huttonese, so that's my
That's your Huttonese.
Italian
Goomba
Huttonese.
Goomba.
Goomba. What is this? Like the slugs.
Like an Ewok with Joe Pesci's voice.
Oh, as
Yup,
beat,
yup, yup, yup.
as is beating somebody up.
Yeah.
Yup, yup, yup. Yup, 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 yup.
Oh, there's
TM.
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 I still want my Salacious Crumb movie. Yeah, he survived the explosion, and he's going through depression
wants
because
revenge.
his best pal died.
Because
Yeah.
And he's
Jabba's
just-
dead?
Yeah, his job is dead. He's got nothing to laugh about anymore. He's trying to get his groove back.
Aw.
And he's
Is this just the?
It's just
And he slowly puts on the clown makeup.
Yeah, I know. I was gonna say he
No,
does
no.
a weird dance in his underwear.
like he finds it's not even like a crime film. He's like his life. He's trying to get his life back
Oh,
together.
my God.
He finds a reason to laugh once again.
Oh man,
And
it's beautiful.
and it would have to go with the crumb part of his
Yeah.
name, like the cookie. I don't know something.
Yeah,
Something
as,
he
as
has to-
the
at the
cookie
end, he has to
crumbles.
finally-
Yeah, as a cookie crumb.
There you go. At the end, he has to finally let go and just come to terms with it and
Yeah.
be friends with the Sarlacc pit.
Yeah.
Just be like, I release you. I don't blame you anymore.
But there's a big shooter at the end.
Of course.
A la like The Crow.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, another bad one of this
Another
year.
bad one. Yeah, I was waiting for. I never watched it, so I didn't say anything.
Yeah.
So I was waiting for one of you guys to say it.
Oh yeah,
It's so forgettable.
Yeah.
I forgot
Well, yeah,
that
exactly,
even
yeah.
happened this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, Nosferatu, go see it. I'm definitely gonna get it
Yeah.
on digital media when it comes out.
Hell
Excuse me,
yeah.
physical media. Excuse me. I
Yes,
said digital media.
of course.
And so yeah, we should probably before we're done here, we should probably talk about some of the upcoming films and projects
Yes.
for 2025 that we're looking forward to. I'll just start off with mine. I'm just going to say two right off the bat. I am so looking forward for Wolfman.
It's coming out like next week.
I know, yeah, it's so exciting. Can't wait to see that, and also 28 years later.
Oh yes.
I cannot wait to see that.
Yeah, it's coming out in June.
Mm-hmm. The trailer for it is amazing,
Yeah.
and it's got Aaron again in it.
Yeah, that
which
guy's
is-
working.
Yeah, he's working, man.
He's working
making
it.
money, dude. Those are the two that I'm really looking forward to. I'm a huge werewolf fan. Anything that's werewolf, I'm gonna watch. I've been a werewolf fan since I was a kid. I have obviously the figures for all the classic monsters here, and the werewolf one is awesome. Lon Chaney's Werewolves is a shit, and this is kind of based off of that. But looking forward to The Wolfman and 28 Years Later, which that film franchise, the 20 Days Later, this franchise is one of my favorites. So yeah, I'm looking forward to those two.
I heard they finally put 28 Days Later back on streaming, so you could.
Oh wow!
Oh,
Okay,
good.
Just
good.
because I guess the trailer brought popularity.
Yeah, man, you
back
told
to it.
me that the Blu-ray was hard to find.
Yeah.
I have the DVD somewhere,
Yeah.
but you told me the Blu-ray is hard to find.
DVD and Blu-ray.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to buy it from somebody else because they
Right.
stopped printing.
Yeah, it's not printing.
Well, there was something about the rights that was funky about it, right? So it was
something like that,
Yeah.
but still, like you would think someone would still be printing copies.
Yeah,
of
man.
It.
So like I went on eBay. I was like, oh man, I love that movie, and I have it on DVD somewhere.
Yeah.
It's somewhere in the garage in my storage. But like, I went on, saw the Blu-ray, and it was like $28 for the opening bid. And I think I won
Well,
it
that's
like
crazy.
30.
28 for
I was
28.
gonna say that's not too bad.
Well,
but,
yeah, the opening bid.
Yeah.
You know, and I think I got it like something like 45 or something like that.
Still not
So,
terrible.
Still not terrible.
that's
so
still-
yeah, but
yeah.
I snatched it up as soon as I
Yeah.
heard about that. I was like, oh man, because they had stopped printing them. But
Yeah.
And like I think the second one's hard to find too a little bit. So it's that one I don't think is on streaming right now. So it's
No.
just the first one. But yeah, so
Interesting.
I hope
Because
with
the
the
second
new,
one was on streaming for a long time. Like
it,
Yeah,
it
it
was
was.
for a
Yeah, it
bit,
was.
yeah. But I would hope
I
that
watched it on streaming lately,
the new film
recently.
would bring maybe they'll
More-
maybe they'll make a physical thing
Box
of
set.
all three together or something.
it'd be
like that.
very strange if they didn't do like a ultra Blu-ray.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm like I don't think they could update the first one too well. Like it probably can't go to 4K, but it could probably go to Blu-ray if anything.
Yeah, definitely.
So because
Yeah,
the
because
way they filmed it was like
they used very early digital cameras,
yeah,
so
it's
any
hard.
kind of restoration.
yeah.
They did that with the first Spielberg movie, Duel. They put out. They did a like enough proper 4K, but they kind of like HD up They took the
Oh, really?
original and they scanned it and they used AI to like try and make it HD. And it looks terrible.
Oh,
Everyone
really?
complains about it
Really?
because it's
Oh,
like
wow.
it looks fake. There's just weird lines
that's
and
a bummer.
everything.
I love that
I mean,
movie too.
yeah.
So now I know to just buy the DVD
Yeah.
if
If you can,
I
yeah.
can.
Yeah. We got a list of the stuff that's upcoming here in front of
Yes.
us. What do you, Chad? What are some of the stuff on this list that you're looking for, or that's not on this list? Something that you're looking forward to?
Mm-hmm.
Well, on the list, there's a couple actually. The Mission Impossible: Final Reckoning.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I'm excited for that.
Trailer
I
looks
was
great.
I was so sad that that movie bombed in theaters. Man.
It was
I
just
thought it was
the
a
timing.
great film.
It was the timing,
great
man.
film.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Like
it came
the
out after
strike, and then
Barbenheimer.
also Barbenheimer was right
came out
before
right.
it.
Was
Yeah.
before
So-
or after it? I thought it was
It came out like right after
was like-
Barbenheimer.
right.
Yeah.
Like the
yeah,
weekend,
man.
the week after. Right?
Yeah, and
I would've thought that
Barbenheimer
would've-
still was so strong. It's
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Man, it was such a good movie, dude. It's one of my favorite Mission Impossible movies.
Yeah. So I'm looking for the finale to that, and also the what was it? The Nobody 2.
Oh yeah.
I really enjoyed the first
Yeah.
one,
Mr.
And
Nobody.
Tell you the truth, I didn't think there needed to be a sequel, but I'm willing to see more from them. So, and I love Bob Odenkirk, so
Yeah, man.
it's great that he's getting more with this role. Hopefully, he doesn't have a heart attack on set again.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, seriously, I forgot about that.
Yeah. And
Yeah, I mean, it's very strange to see him playing in action.
But he's great,
Yeah.
and he
No, he's
really
awesome,
he
yeah.
really trained hard.
yeah, he trained
Uh-huh.
for it.
Yep.
It's
for like a year or something.
Yeah.
He was
yeah,
like
something like that. Yeah.
It's funny because like when the first time I ever saw him in anything major was Breaking Bad, and he was kind of pudgy in that. Playing
Yeah.
Saul,
Yeah.
you know.
yeah. I
And
mean,
then-
I remember
yeah.
him from the Mr. Show days back in
Right.
HBO when he had the
Mhm.
comedy show.
Yeah.
Which is just funny. Like now he's playing this badass action hero.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's you make that evolution now because I think
Mm-hmm.
see the fact that he's jumping into action and Liam Neeson stepping back from action now.
Yeah.
so
That's true.
It's like it's time. Someone's
yeah,
ascended.
Someone else has to
Someone, yeah.
do the geezer teaser movies.
But mainly, the biggest one I'm looking forward to is Superman, which I'm sure
Seriously.
Watson was going to bring
Seriously.
It might have been on my list.
Might have been.
Might be.
The-
Watson.
up. It's just the. Yeah, I love the Superman, the character. So
Yeah.
from the trailer, I'm happy to see him coming back to his OG like traits and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So
Agreed.
that should be. I'm hesitant a little bit only because we're not getting story in that trailer, and I just want to
A
see
lot of
that
cool
story
visuals.
trailer. Yeah.
Well, I mean, it was a
Yeah.
teaser trailer.
teaser.
Yeah,
It's a
no,
teaser.
of course. And
We'll probably get
I
something at
get
Super
that.
Bowl or something
but
like that.
the only dialogue that we got was him saying crypto. So I was like, home.
Yeah. Oh, we
So
also got Superman.
Oh well, yeah, sorry, yes.
Superman.
there's
But no,
the
I
chanting
do want to
Superman.
hear his Superman voice.
Yes,
And see if
yeah.
it's, how different it is from his Clark.
Yeah, and I just hope. I'm interested what the dialogue sounds like. If he really went Justice Society kind of like hammy 50s esque,
Yeah.
or if it's more modern. I want to see. I'm interested. And-
Yeah. I'd say we're all interested.
Yes,
For sure.
Definitely.
very much so.
Yeah. Watson, what are some of your from this lit or whatever that
I
you're
have
looking
a
forward
few
to?
yeah, I mean, obviously, the movies mentioned before, I'm very interested. Coming out May, right after Star Wars Celebration, is Andor Season 2.
Yes, I know.
So it's the final season of
yes.
Andor.
Oh,
I think
can't
we're
wait.
all
I can't wait.
super excited about it.
Oh, it's so good. It's the best thing that Star Wars is that Disney Star Wars has put out.
Star Wars' Orange Theory.
Yeah.
Wait, is that the... No, sorry. Star Wars is Orange is the New Black. That's the joke I mentioned before.
I was like, wait, Orange. Okay. All right.
All right.
Yeah.
Moving on.
No, I don't know. I mean, I never watched Orange is
Yeah.
the New Black, but I remember it being popular. So I was
Yeah,
just-
it's okay.
It was popular, yes.
It was popular.
all right, guys, don't laugh at it. That's fine. It's
No,
bad.
we didn't.
It wasn't
We
a
didn't.
good
Don't
joke.
worry about it.
I
We
messed
didn't.
up the joke. Okay, whatever.
You definitely did.
All right,
Edit point. Yeah.
cut.
Yeah. I'm really looking forward to. I'm curious about the new Ryan Coogler movie, The Sinners, with.
Oh yeah.
I've heard it's like a demon vampire.
Yeah, I heard
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
vampires. Yeah.
So I'm excited for that, and kind of looks interesting and gritty, and Michael B. Jordan again.
Nothing against him. I like Michael B. Jordan, but I don't get a lot of gravitas from the guy. There's not a lot of depth
He
to.
definitely kind of tends to play the same
Yeah.
person lately. It was
Yeah,
funny
like-
because when he was younger,
Yeah,
he
played
played a
very
lot.
different.
He played much
Yeah.
more vulnerable characters.
Yeah.
Like he was in The Wire.
He does great with Coogler. Like,
Okay.
Yeah.
the first Creed is great. Him as Killmonger, I think he did a fantastic
Well, that's what.
job.
Well, I think that's what I mean. It's like he's Killmonger and Creed are the same person. You see what I'm saying? Like they're the same
Yeah.
kind of.
I kind of. Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? He's just playing like a tough guy. you
Yeah.
know? Which is fine. But I mean, it's kind of like what I'm saying is like he was one of the first things he did was The Wire, which is a great.
Oh,
HBO
yeah.
show.
The Wire's amazing.
And he played this like young drug dealer, and,
Yeah.
and there's a part where his character gets killed off, and it's I can't watch it to this day because it's one of the saddest scenes that I've ever seen. Like his own friends have to kill him,
Yeah.
and because they think he's an
What was
informant.
the fruit
God.
something station they did?
Oh,
Fruitvale.
yes.
Fruitvale Station.
yeah.
That was
that's
the first
another
Coogler.
great, another great
Yeah.
film he did. Yeah.
I
But
think when he's not playing a badass, he has more room to play
Agreed.
the frailty and
Right.
what's needed. But like here, I think maybe
Agreed.
I don't know. I don't know from the trailer. It seems.
It seems to have like a little PTSD
Yeah,
thing going
exactly.
on. So I don't know. I'm interested.
Yeah, no, I definitely,
Sinners.
yeah.
No, I really
Yeah.
want to see Sinners. That trailer looks amazing.
That
So
comes
I
out
can't
in
wait.
March. So
I can't wait. Yeah.
not too far away.
Mm-hmm.
Mickey 17 looks
Yes,
really
that
good.
looks
17
fun.
was great.
It just I looks kooky as all hell.
It looks fun.
Reminds me
Yeah.
of Moon mixed with Oblivion.
Yeah, really good. That's good. Yeah,
That is good. Yeah.
And so yeah, I'm always into that type of story. So.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then of course, being a man of a kid of the '80s, I know.
Although, I think I know which one you're gonna bring up.
Which one? Here we go.
Running Man.
Oh well, I wasn't gonna
okay.
bring that is coming up too.
yeah.
Yeah,
Get
that's
the fuck out of here with that, dude.
but Tron Ares.
Oh,
I
yes,
thought
yes,
I was like, are you gonna say it?
I've gotta say
good.
Tron,
Yeah,
you know,
gotta say
like,
Tron. Yeah.
I know it's Jared Leto's
Yeah.
involved, so that gives me a little like, ugh, but
yeah.
I love those Tron movies. I think the aesthetic is beautiful.
Yeah.
Is he playing the same character from? Wait, was he in the last?
He wasn't
one?
in-
Oh, he wasn't in the last.
yeah,
one.
he wasn't
Okay.
in the last
I'm thinking
one,
of Blade Runner.
When
sorry.
we had Andre Bormanis on,
Yes.
he worked on one of the Tron shows.
Yeah.
And you were wearing your Tron like jacket. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, come on, I'm a nerd.
Yeah.
I love Tron. I've loved
Yeah,
Tron
yeah.
since I was a kid.
Yeah.
I love the whole world of it, and I'm interested to see what they do. I haven't heard anything yet about this. They've been keeping this really well under wraps about what the story
What it
is and
is, yeah.
stuff. So
Yeah, yeah.
I'm waiting for a trailer, and you
Yeah.
know, of course, I'll judge it then.
Hey, if Jared Leto does great in that, then I won't be as mad or upset about his Skeletor casting. So
Yeah,
we'll see.
yeah. I mean, like,
yeah.
you know, it's all about the. I think Leto, he he can be a good actor based on what they give him. I think.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah, no, like Cowboy.
yeah.
What's the one where he won the Oscar? Cowboy. The one with
Dallas Buyers Club.
Dallas Buyers Club. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, no, he is a good.
He's
good
a good actor. It's
It's
just that sometimes he tends to overact. Sometimes,
Yeah.
and he tends to take it too far. Like,
And
because he does the whole method acting thing. Which
yeah,
is
I
like,
mean,
all
say
right,
what you will
relax.
about his Joker, but
Yeah.
he made some choices in that.
Yeah.
He did. Yeah, he did.
Like I even though he method acted in Blade Runner, I thought he did fine. I enjoyed him in Blade Runner as the.
I thought he was great in
villain
Blade
doctor.
Runner.
Yeah,
I thought he was great in Blade Runner.
Which
because he pretty much blinded himself with those contact
Yeah.
lenses
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
I
But
heard it was supposed to be someone else too originally.
really?
Oh, it was supposed to be David Bowie originally, but he was sick
That would
Yeah.
have
at the time.
Yeah.
but-
Although I think Jared was a good choice.
good
I
choice.
think so
Yeah,
too.
I think
Yeah.
so,
I thought he did a great
Yeah.
job in that.
Yeah.
and he wasn't in it for very. He was in there for like 10
he was
minutes.
a little bit,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's great. It's still,
Yeah, he has in that. They did a bunch of like shorts as well. And
Yes.
he did a short that was
do remember
online. That was
yeah.
pretty good.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Let's go through some of these.
yeah.
And
I'm
see-
also looking forward to Love Hurts. That
Oh yes, the K-Kwan.
K-Kwan
action film.
very.
Okay. Yeah.
That's coming up. I think Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Yes.
And
Do you
Yeah.
think Harrison Ford has a cameo in it?
oh, that would be great actually. If like the
Hey kid.
and he does a full on fight with him.
Oh God. No.
Hey,
I mean, as much as that would be terrible, I would love to see that.
exactly
Yeah.
like
Like a
cut-
CG Harrison Ford.
Or yeah, just like straight up, just young stuntman doing flips.
Oh.
Then like Harrison Ford pops in the frame.
Yeah.
Or no,
I taught you everything I know.
Or there's a fight scene. K-Kwan is fighting a bunch of guys, and he's looking for a weapon, and then he looks to the right, and maybe like Harrison Ford's just as another character, a janitor or something. He just tosses him a whip to use.
That'd be awesome, dude.
And he just
That'd be awesome.
does
yeah.
that.
That'd be great to see. There's I love the movie, but it's kind of hard to. You can't see it now. Die Hard, where especially the first Die Hard, where you can clearly see, especially with HD stuff now.
oh yeah,
You can very clearly see the stuntman
yeah,
when he's like when Bruce Willis is
yeah. Well, they
John
didn't-
McClane is
didn't
fighting
replace
people
faces at that
at
point.
all, and I'm
yeah.
just like, ooh, it's
Which-
kind of hard to
which
see
scene?
now.
when he
Especially
jumps off the building.
when he jumps off when he's fighting
yeah.
when he's
Yeah.
fighting one of the Germans.
That
Yeah.
always gets me when I watch Terminator 2 as well.
Yes.
When, with the motorcycle
Yeah,
stunt
yeah.
off the bridge.
Yeah.
It's like clearly not
Very
Arnold.
clearly, yeah.
It's like some
Yeah.
dude that's like half the size.
Also, it's not what's his name.
oh yeah, it's like some girl instead of the
yeah,
kid.
exactly.
Well, but
Yeah.
now the newer versions of Terminator 2, they
digitized.
Oh, they did?
which I hate.
Yeah.
I love that
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
obviously not him when
Yeah.
it does it. Because I like when the stuntman can get a little acknowledgement of just
Yeah,
him being
exactly.
there.
Yeah.
It's
It doesn't
like-
take me out of it.
No,
you know?
I mean
Yeah.
I love it. So it's,
I know there's not an actual killer robot chasing a kid down.
no, of course.
Yeah,
I thought it was a documentary.
but let's go through some of this
Yeah.
list that we have, and let's see if you guys tell me if you guys are excited or not. Captain America. Brave New World.
I-
Speaking
on the
of
fence.
Harrison
Let's-
Ford,
I'll say this: the trailer looks great.
Trailer
looks
does look
fun.
good.
Looks
Yeah.
cool.
Well done.
But then the things I've been hearing behind the scenes,
Yeah.
I'm kind of worried. So
I've heard
I-
it's been reworked and
Yeah.
has it?
reshuffled around.
I didn't hear
a
about
bunch,
this
Yeah.
because I don't care. I don't care about Marvel.
There's like whole
anymore. I'm not
scenes
gonna-
been
yeah.
cut out. and
Really?
I really want this to be. I like Anthony Mackie,
Yeah.
and I really want this to be a win for him. You know?
I mean,
Yeah, me too.
I
Yeah.
don't. I'm a big OG Captain America
Steve
person.
Rogers fan.
Steve Rogers fan, and it sucks that we can't have him anymore. But I would love to keep a Captain America in the MCU, and so Anthony Mackie is it for right now. But the thing is, I'm mainly for this movie, I am interested in seeing the leader, and I want to see what they do with him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because part of me is like they're gonna throw him away and kill him or something like that, and it's gonna be pointless. Like, because right now they don't have any big bad set up,
Villains, no.
so it's just like leader would be a perfect one,
Right.
But I think this is gonna be a one-off with him, and then that'll be that, or they'll lock
Right.
him up or something.
Right.
I don't
They'll
know.
Right.
do what Zemo.
Exactly.
And I was just like,
Exactly.
okay, and then he'll become good, or like, I
Yeah.
don't-
They'll have a
It's
wacky
just-
TV show with him.
yeah. I'm so. Part of me is I'm like 90% of me is very hesitant about this movie. 10%
Yeah.
really wants it to be very
I will
good.
say the Red Hulk looks amazing.
Yeah,
Like the visuals.
looks fun.
looks way less rubbery than the Hulk has been in a while. So.
Yeah, I mean, it's supposed to be a grounded, like, Marvel movie dealing with real-world situations, and they throw a Hulk in there. I don't know. I was okay, I kind of rolled my eyes. I was like, all right.
Yeah, if it was more like a Winter Soldier kind of deal.
Right.
Well, see,
that's what I was hoping for. You know?
I don't mind the Hulk. I mean, his Hulk showing up because if you have the leader in gamma radiation, is going to be a part of the plot in some cases. So maybe he's been dealing with the U.S. government in some capacity.
What I really wish they saved him for is the next movie I want to talk about is Thunderbolts.
Yes, that would be
yeah,
great.
So what do you guys? Are you interested? Are you excited? Or I don't. Again, I don't. I'm done with Marvel. I don't care. But
I like yet again Sebastian Stan. I really like.
No, I like Sebastian Stan.
David Harbour is.
Yeah.
I just don't like the team they chose. They chose like very similar characters. Like you got 4 super soldiers in there. You got like U.S. Agent. You got Winter Soldier. You've got Red Guardsman.
I think they're going to kill
2 Black Widows.
I think they're going to kill off Red Guardsman because David Harbour's Frankenstein and and if they do a live action of his character, he's perfect to be playing.
True. Yeah,
but you got like Taskmaster and Black Widow, and then you've got Ghost.
But I mean,
he's like the only metahuman in the group.
With that team though, if you think about it, if they went the Suicide Squad route where characters can die, and
like if they were
and
some of
the majority of like they would probably leave Wyatt Russell alive. Florence Pugh, leave her alive.
Yeah, she's great.
And obviously Sebastian Stan, unless he doesn't want to do
this
Winter
might
Soldier
be his
anymore.
last one.
Yeah. I mean, like that's the thing. If people who have been there probably want to expand from something else,
it's like then you're getting rid of Taskmaster and Ghost, and I like those characters.
Yeah, well, like I don't think they were developed. Especially Taskmaster. We didn't get to know them really at all.
No.
So unless
she was more like the
mindless, villain.
Cool visual, nothing else.
Right.
So I mean, like plenty of fodder you have for this team.
That's true.
So and danger can be more present,
right,
with the possibility of a lot of deaths. So I mean, depending on what their mission is, I don't know what it is, but
there's a great run of Thunderbolts comic books where it is Thunderbolt Ross's group. Like it's his. He's like the Amanda Waller character, if you will. And I love that version of that team where you've got Punisher. Who else is on that team? I think Deadpool. Like it's it's a great little mix up.
If anything, if they do more than one Thunderbolt movie, they can switch up the team every movie.
Yeah,
and just
that's true.
Do the same thing.
That's true. So I'm interested to see what they do with it. I think it's one of those like could be a fun Suicide Squad-esque kind of film. Yeah. So
are you guys excited for Captain America, Brave New World, and Thunderbolts, and you're going to go see them? Both?
Yeah, I'll go see them.
I'll see them.
I haven't missed a Marvel movie yet.
But I've
missed plenty, and I'm okay with it.
I missed maybe 1 or 2, I think. But I will say, if these two don't...
Unsullied record, boys.
God. Nothing to be proud of.
Yeah, definitely not. That's called a massive waste of time.
Saw Miss Marvel in the theaters.
But I will say this, though.
Black Widow, saw it in theaters.
Yeah, I saw it in theaters.
If they don't get these 2 films, succeed on both these, then I think I'm going to just back away.
Yeah.
I don't know. My heart's already not in it anymore.
I don't even know what's if these
anything,
bomb. I don't know what's left.
I mean,
there's another Marvel movie this year.
Yeah.
Which one is that?
Big ol' FF.
Oh, jeez. That's right. Yeah, Fantastic
Yeah,
Four,
the Doom thing. So if
look, that trailer looks great.
I forgot
about that. Yeah.
Doom is not going to be in that, right?
No.
Okay.
No. I think Silver Surfer is the big Galactus Silver Surfer big bads.
So if that movie does well, then I'll be like, maybe I'll hold on a little bit longer till I see Doom.
Right.
But I know if they don't do Doom right, I'm done. I'm completely done.
Yeah.
But I do, like you said, like the trailer, the teaser that they released, I really like the aesthetic of it all.
Yeah.
It's very Incredibles kind of look.
Yes.
There's very 60s sci-fi.
Yeah.
And I dig that. I like it's different.
But I
agree.
The thing that sucks is like I hope they're not from another universe. I want them to be like
they're probably gonna be from another universe.
I know that's the thing, but it's like so cheap.
I know.
I think I'm sick and tired of
their trying to multiverse bullshit.
they definitely feel like they're pulling away from multiverse stuff because there've been so much complaints. But these movies have been in the can for like years now. So this might be the end of it. But
well, if anything, just I wish there was a plot line where a convergence happened and it just all the worlds blended. And
that's what Secret War is going to be, baby.
I mean, do that now so we won't have to explain how Fantastic Four. I mean, do that instead of these movies that you're doing.
So they should just put these off until 3 years?
until you fix the MCU's universe as a whole as one. There's no reason to do all these other movies. Like, I don't know, but whatever.
As long as they don't do like Secret Invasion, the TV show.
We didn't. Was that list last year?
I think it was last year. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah.
That should have been the worst list for sure.
Oh, yeah. I didn't even I didn't even bother to watch it because I was like, I heard it's terrible, so I'm not gonna.
But yeah, I forgot about Running Man coming out at the end of
Running Man. I mean, come on, dude. Come on. But let's keep going through this list. We'll get to
Running Man will be fun. Scott Glenn, right?
Snow White. It comes out on March 21st, which has been plagued from the very start.
I feel like it's gonna be in theaters for a minute and then be gone.
Yeah. Are you gonna go watch it, Chad? That's a no.
maybe I'll drink a whole lot before.
You might be the only one in there,
and I'll go hi ho, and just
I can see Chad just marching through the aisles of the theater,
dressed as a fucking dwarf,
and I'll fall asleep like Sleepy.
There you go,
and just be like, huh? Oh, but that new trailer that was in theaters that I just saw, they show Gal Gadot as the old witch part of it, and it's so CG'd it looks terrible.
Yeah. Really? It
the face.
A lot of that movie feels like it's through a lot of CG filters.
And it seems like they kind of rushed like, all right, that's good enough. Just put it out there.
I was like, guys, they changed Colin Farrell to look like the ugly penguin guy.
Yeah, man.
You could do this to Gal Gadot. Put something on her face.
Yeah, or put dots on her face.
Demi Moore and the substance.
Yeah.
You could put makeup on Gal Gadot, guys. Yeah. You don't have to go CG all the time.
Agreed.
Yeah, just put dots on her.
That'll be fine.
All right, guys.
That'll be fine. I don't know. Alto Nights comes out on March 21st. I'm not sure what that is.
I saw a picture of it. It looked it's Robert De Niro. It's like he's playing. I'm not sure what it is because I haven't seen a trailer, but it looked interesting because he was dressed as a gangster in one, and then another one he's like I don't know if he's playing two characters or not.
Dual De Niro's.
But I think Alto might be.
I mean, I hope he doesn't beat somebody up again like he did in.
What are you talking about?
I still got the moves. I'm 85 years old.
Okay. If he moves like he did in Irishman, that's not going to look good.
That's just one scene where he looked.
That's all it takes sometimes.
But I mean, that scene might take you out of it. But the rest of the movie's good. Irishman's good.
I'm looking forward to.
I wouldn't call it good. It's pretty good. It's okay.
I think me and Scorsese are in the right. Okay.
you guys are buddies.
Yeah, we talk.
You do? Okay.
We go to the same eyebrow guy.
Yeah. Okay.
He's like
you and Martin.
Yeah,
Marty.
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 I call him Marty.
My bad.
You get him straightened and lengthened.
Yeah. He goes, "Hey, Chad, what are you doing this weekend?" I was like, "Oh, I'm going to get some cheesesteaks. You want to come?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, I love cheesesteaks. Let's go get some cheesesteaks."
Nice.
I was like, "You mind if we stop off and get my eyebrows done?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure. Can I get mine done?"
Awesome.
And
he's been friends with Marty his whole time. Excuse me, Mr. Scorsese. Excuse me. I don't refer to him as Marty. I apologize.
You do. I can't risk that
slip up.
I would bring him by, but I can't risk that slip up. But you just going.
You haven't brought him on the podcast. That's cool. That's all right.
He's a busy man.
He hasn't promoting anything right now.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm looking forward to what I'm calling now the Jack Quaid trilogy. Like I'm looking forward to was it Novocaine?
Novocaine, yeah.
The companion movie that's coming out.
Yeah.
Jeez.
And then next season of The Boys. I'm like,
that's
he's
right.
got it all coming out in 1 year.
Mm-hmm. Novocaine, yeah.
I would love to see him in a movie with his dad at some point, just to see like maybe
they apparently have a really good relation. Like they used to do a lot of like internet like he was in an internet skit group for a while.
Was he?
Yeah, and like Dennis Quaid would keep showing up in this. He's like, "Dad, go away,"
Because I mean, both of them have good comedic chops. I think they could play like a fun dad son.
That'd be interesting to see. Minecraft movie comes out April 4th. Watson, is your kid into it?
Yeah, he's gonna make me take him.
Man.
Yeah.
Are you gonna get the bucket? The little probably like a pickaxe?
Yeah,
I don't know what it would be.
It's
no,
like a square. Don't they have squares? They have some kind of square
creeper head
that's
or TNT.
TNT. Yes, that's right. That's what
I mean, look. It's Warner Brother movie, right? So you probably have.
You got the inside knowledge on it? Chad directed it.
I don't know if anyone directed it. I think an algorithm.
An AI directed it. Yeah.
If they offer
The trailer
Chat-
looks like something
Chat
from
GPT
Saturday Night
directed it,
Live.
yeah.
Yeah.
maybe I'll. I don't know. I don't know.
I'm not sure what Minecraft
Come on,
is. Never got into it. So.
Jason Momoa's wearing a pink leather jacket.
That's
It's
right.
wild and wacky.
Yeah, because that's
Jack
funny,
Black
yeah.
because
'Cause why not?
movies because
Yeah.
kids love him as Koopa.
I'll go if
I'll go.
if I have some friends who actually play like around my age who play Minecraft. If they see it and they like it, then I'm like, all right, maybe I'll give it a shot.
I don't.
So if you know anyone our age that plays Minecraft,
I don't know if anybody
reach out.
that
Yeah.
plays Minecraft in our
Reach
group.
out and say,
it's so hard with like.
I love Jack Black, but it's just like I like him in roles where it's
Right.
not that.
I don't think
Yeah.
this is needed. I don't think this is like.
I want,
No, it's
I want Nacho Libre 2. Do that.
Yeah.
Give me
Yeah.
that.
Oh
do
my
that,
god.
yeah.
But I don't think kids who play Minecraft care about.
No.
It's not about lore. It's not about.
I've
anything
heard
that.
like
It's-
as that trailer came out, people who played Minecraft have made fun of that trailer.
Yeah, because
So,
Yeah.
the whole point of that game, it's like Legos. It's just building stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
So there's no story really when
I
you
mean,
play.
they did make one game where it was story focused, and Patton Oswalt voiced the main character where you're going around. And I forget the story. I've been meaning to play it myself because that like I couldn't get into Minecraft because it's like I don't have the head to just
Right.
build stuff and be like I need a story to at least pull me into something.
Right,
So
but-
I do want to try that out.
But like Borderlands is that like, when you play Borderlands, it's that sandbox kind of.
It's sandbox, but there is a story.
Yeah.
And as you're there's something you're investigating as well. So it's just
Yeah.
not. So it's just like when it's free. Like Minecraft is completely you can do whatever you want.
Right.
Like that's let me build a temple.
Yeah.
Someone made the intro to the animated Beetlejuice.
Oh yeah,
show.
or I saw.
Really?
Yeah, it looks
great.
it's ridiculously good.
I've seen
Like,
people do the whole Game of Thrones intros.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
In Minecraft.
I mean, there is like a very slim plot because I've heard like some people you beat like some kind of boss at the end. I don't know what it is.
So I guess
exactly.
it's more like Fortnite.
Yeah,
Fortnite, there's
yeah.
no
Yeah.
real story.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
It's like if they made a Fortnite movie, it's like, what is that? You
Yeah, exactly.
know? Or like Grand Theft Auto or something. But
you could do stories with that. Just
Yeah,
random.
that's
It could
true.
be anything you want though.
Yeah.
For Grand Theft Auto.
speaking of video game, I should have been on the best list for last year. Fallout was one of my.
Oh,
favorite
the show.
shows,
Yes,
so.
yes.
No.
I know.
That's
I know.
on my,
it's,
that's on my worst.
I know.
That's on my worst. That show was terrible. Disagree with you on that, sir.
So, hey guys,
Agree
we
to
don't
disagree.
need a falling out between you two.
Oh.
Okay.
Don't be a ghoul about it.
The Accountant 2 comes out April 25th.
I'm actually interested
Yeah.
because I never saw the first one in theater and I saw it at home like watching it. And I was like,
I think
I
that
like
came
it.
out during pandemic time, right?
I never watched it. So
no, I
don't
think
know.
it was before, like right before. It
Really?
Is that the one with
Ben
Ben
Affleck.
Affleck, where
Oh,
he's
Ben
like,
Affleck.
the
Oh no, I never watched that.
He's
He's
an
kind of like
autistic-
an autistic accountant, well, like hitman. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like,
It's so weird.
I need to watch it again because it's been so long since I've seen it. But I enjoyed it. It was just very weird and it was something new. And I like when an actor take a risk like that as well. Just
He
playing-
does, yeah, but not really. It's like it's always like, hey, like Temple Grandin, but you kill people, and he's like, okay,
Yeah.
But you killed.
it's exactly how the
like,
movie is.
Except he
man.
can talk.
Yeah.
I mean,
No, not Helen Keller.
oh, sorry.
No, Temple. Yeah, Temple can talk. She's just autistic, high functioning.
Am I thinking? Oh, I'm thinking of the wrong. Okay.
Yeah, you're-
I'm thinking of who's the one in all the TV shows and
What?
I don't know. Never mind.
Marley Matlin.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Marty, yeah.
I'm thinking of that.
Oh,
She can talk too.
No, I know, but
this is because it's like
it's a little muffled.
I'm used to,
That's all I'm saying. It's a little muffled.
Oh my god.
Cut that.
Sorry, she can't hear the podcast.
Oh, no!
Cut that,
I didn't
cut
do that.
that,
I didn't.
cut
Cut that.
Love you, Marley.
Love you.
She's great.
Yeah,
She
I
is
love her.
great. Yeah,
And she's very beautiful.
yeah.
she
She
is.
she came to see American Idiot when it was playing.
Oh, she did.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
that's nice.
Wow.
She brought her whole
Wow,
cast.
you're over here talking shit.
She brought the whole cast of her show to come see the show, and
But she's like,
awesome.
that's not how I would have done it.
yeah.
But she's.
But she went and had.
What?
She spent time with the whole cast and crew and was very lovely. So,
All right. On to
Karate
the next-
Kid Legends comes out May 30th.
What is it?
Karate Kid Legends.
Karate Kids. I don't know how to feel about this because
Me
I
neither.
hated Karate Kid with Jaden Smith.
Yeah, me too. It was
And don't get me wrong, Jackie Chan did a great job in the movie.
It was not a
No,
Karate Kid movie.
It wasn't.
You're right.
It also wasn't karate. It was,
Kung Fu.
Yeah.
I was like, wait a minute. Why did they call it the Kung Fu Kid?
Yeah.
Well, because he came knowing karate.
Well, I think
Oh, come
because
on.
Will
Something
Smith,
like that.
Will Smith got some of the rights to the
Yeah,
name.
he still
Yeah.
get. He still his
Yeah,
name's
he's-
on the
yeah,
on
so
Cobra Kai
that's
show
why.
and
But then, Ralph Macchio, he was able to get some of it back. I don't know for the show or how
Yeah.
that works.
Something like that, yeah.
But yeah, so I guess, and then the show got so popular. Now they're like, let's combine the two.
yeah. Now this is
Yeah.
the last season of Cobra Kai.
Mhm.
Is
And
it
then,
out already? Right?
The last few episodes are still, I think, are being released this
Okay.
month or something.
Oh, I
And
thought it was already
then
out. Oh.
and then yeah, I think they split up the last season. So
Yeah.
the last few episodes come out this month, and then when that'll be done, and it'll go. I don't know if it's directly leads into this movie or if
It
it's.
seems like it
I
does.
don't know.
Yeah.
Well, because like it seems, obviously we don't see Johnny in the trailer. We just see Ralph Macchio's
Yeah.
character and Jackie Chan's character. But
Yeah.
the thing is, like, is Jackie Chan bringing this kid to learn karate? Because in the trailer, all we see is kung fu. So
Yeah.
I'm just like,
Yeah.
I'm kind of curious. Like, I mean, like,
They have to teach
Hey.
it the crane kick.
well, if anything, I'm just gonna be like, are they not gonna be? Are they not gonna care about accuracy of anything? Because like in the show, they kind of flimsy with a lot of karate. Like it's
Oh, yeah.
not totally, you
Yeah.
know, exact. They get a little fantastical with some
Yeah.
of the stuff in there. But so I don't know the direction, but I am excited because I do love seeing Jackie Chan anytime in an American film.
Yeah.
And then like I'm enjoying Karate Kid, so it's the show. So
Yeah.
it should be fun.
Mm-hmm.
If at anything else, fun. It should be fun.
Yeah. Ballerina comes out June 6th, which is the John Wick spinoff.
That I'm excited
Yeah,
for.
I'm
yeah, I'm excited for
Love-
that. Looks
And
looks
Amos,
interesting.
you know,
Yeah.
fantastic, and let's keep the Wick world going.
Mhm.
Yeah, it sadly got pushed a little bit back.
Yeah, it was supposed
Yeah.
to come out this last year.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
I heard they
So-
did some reshoots on that
Yeah,
too.
it's
so.
all right.
Added some more Wick.
Some
Some more
wicked.
Wickish.
Yeah, I think it was something where Keanu had some knee surgery or something.
Oh, it
like
was
that.
for the when he hurt himself on the secret levels.
Oh yeah, they were
Oh,
talking
really?
about that. So
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
so they had waited till he was all recouped and
Oh,
did
I
some
see.
reshoots.
Okay, yeah.
All right.
right.
Yeah, I'm interested in that. I want to see it.
Oh, Honor the Armors is great. So.
Elio, I'm not sure what that is on Disney.
Oh, that's the one where the kid gets sucked. It's an animated film where she gets sucked into
Yeah.
space because he's obsessed with like aliens.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. It's just like
Looks fun.
whatever.
Pixar weird
Pixar
craziness.
weird,
Yeah.
but
You take your kids
he's
to see it
got
also?
he's like got an eye patch. I don't
Yeah,
know if
he's
he's
missing
missing
an
an eye
eye,
or something
yeah.
like that. But if anything, I was like, if you don't have Elio's Pizza in this movie, I'm gonna be very upset.
This is a big commercial
Yes.
for Ilias Pizza.
The little kid in the alien should find the recipe for a perfect rectangular slice of Elio's Pizza. It's like, oh my god,
That's
this is
the ending.
This is delicious.
I have to ask, what is Elio's Pizza?
You don't know? Are you serious?
Yeah, what is it?
It's like it's you buy it in a freezer section of a grocery store.
It's like a
French bread,
Tombstone.
like French bread pizza, kind of like
Oh.
but it's like cheap and
This is like an East Coast thing, or
yeah. I think it's probably more.
Oh,
I don't think you could get it out here.
yeah, I've never heard of it.
But you could probably buy it online, like in a big thing, and
No,
and
I
it,
wouldn't
it would
do that.
always burn
Send
the
your
roof,
Ilias Pizzas to Stan's house
Yeah.
at.
and it
Sure,
would
I'll
always
try it.
it would always burn the roof of your mouth, so like the skin would like peel off
Yo,
on the inside.
that's
It's like
great
it's
pizza.
great. It's great pizza.
Yeah.
Mm.
When it does that, it's great pizza. The live action version of How to Train Your Dragon has come out in June as well, which is the same day. Whatever,
Yet again, it looks
Yeah.
like they're doing it shop for shop.
Exactly.
So I don't see a reason.
If
but-
anything, I just because the fun, like I saw the first How to Train Your Dragon after the fact, and I enjoyed the movie. But my favorite part was the ending where the big giant dragon just explodes out
Oh,
of
yeah.
nowhere. So if I
See
get to
that
see
in live
that,
action.
if I get to see that live action,
Yeah.
I'll be happy.
Okay.
I'll be happy.
All right.
Did you guys see Mufasa? Did
No.
anyone see
No.
it? No.
Mm,
I heard good things
I heard
about
good
I
it.
mean,
things
I'm
too,
sure it's
but,
entertaining. It's just like,
I don't care.
Yeah.
is it like is the guy talking like James Earl Jones? Like I don't even.
No.
He's
It's the guy who's gonna be Jon Stewart.
Before I became an adult.
Yeah,
Now, and I'm.
he's young Simba aged.
Okay.
Brad Pitt F1, I think is.
That's his
That one-
Formula One racing.
I'm
movie.
excited about that.
Looks like it. Yeah.
It looks great.
It looks
Yeah.
fun. Yeah.
I don't know the
who
story.
directed that. Shoot.
Is it a true? Is it going to be based on a true story?
No, I don't think so. But I'm trying to remember who directed it. It's a big name director.
I don't recall. But no. I wonder if he trained actually like racing
To run?
a
I'm sure he
Formula
did.
car. Yeah.
I could see Brad Pitt doing that.
Yeah.
You know, I see him
So-
putting himself out like that.
That should be fun.
Yeah.
That should be fun.
Have you seen the director there?
Yeah, it's Joseph Kalinske who did Oblivion and
Right.
and Tron Legacy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
There you go.
There you go. So you're gonna see some.
And Top Gun Maverick.
There it
Just a
is.
little independent film called Top Gun Maverick.
Yeah.
So
There it is.
so I think he's probably pretty seasoned.
Yeah.
Pretty season.
But we're gonna get those Tron tracer lines from the F1.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
That'd be
If
sick.
they don't have it in there, that's a fail. It's a miss. Megan 2.0. I'm gonna. I like the first Megan. I'm definitely gonna go see the second.
Kill a robot, sure.
Yeah, sure.
You know?
Yeah,
I
it's
haven't
fun.
seen the first one, but
You haven't?
whatever. No,
Oh,
yeah,
dude, you
I
got
gotta
to-
watch it.
Check it out, dude. It's fun.
I was just like, it's been
It
done
got-
so many times that
Yeah,
I was just
it-
like,
Yeah,
don't-
I mean,
It got kind of overexposed before it even came out with all
'Cause
the
the
memes
dance.
of the girl dancing.
Yeah.
yeah.
and
And I
stuff.
was like, okay,
Jurassic World Rebirth. I don't even know what the hell
Nope.
that is.
That's the one with Scarlett Johansson and
Scarlett Johansson will be in
Jonathan
it?
Bailey, I think.
I-
The guy
I-
who's in Wicked is.
I didn't even know she
in
was
there.
gonna do a Jurassic Park.
I've
movie.
heard some kind of rumblings about like it's like there's a disease, like the dinosaurs are dying out for a disease, and they have to like.
Who gives a shit?
well, they didn't last long.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like it's like a kind of a weird pandemic movie apparently.
Stop making these Jurassic Park
Just-
movies.
yeah, be done with it.
But they're making money, so that's why they keep making them.
When they run out, when they stop making money, they'll stop making it.
The last one was just absolute dog shit. I Know What You Did Last Summer comes out July 18th.
It's a
Again, a remake of
Yeah.
the 90s movie.
So wait,
Just
is it a
starring
remake
Jennifer
or
Love
is it,
Hewitt.
I thought I heard it was
It's like a
continuation.
legacy.
Oh, it's Legacy, yeah.
Yeah, so they'll
But
have
what I don't
they'll
get
have
is-
the original people in
Yeah.
there.
Because like they killed off the dad and the son.
Yeah.
So it's like unless they're gonna rewrite and be like there was a sister
Probably.
or something.
Yeah.
Like
You just
There was
spoiled the movie.
a kid that went to the foster care.
But I was like,
system
how
because
would
of
he
him
know
or
his
something.
dad was using a hook? you know?
Exactly.
Like
I don't. He did his research, or they explain it like in Scream, how so and so she's the daughter
Yes.
of Billy.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Whatever.
But Jennifer Loves Hewitt's in it.
I think so. I think they're
Yeah.
bringing her back.
Nice.
Yeah. I love Jennifer Love.
I mean,
love
you
me some
got
Jennifer Love
you
Hewitt.
got to go
Yeah.
for Jen.
She was in the '90s. If you didn't have a crush on her, there's something.
I haven't seen her in
I
anything
just-
for a while. I know she has a show,
Yeah.
but I just haven't seen her in any movies. So
Yeah, it's fine.
I'd go for that. I'd
Yeah.
go for see it again.
No, I go see it. I go see it.
911 show or something like
yeah,
that?
something like that, where she's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
doctor.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Or
Emergency
handler or something.
was she wasn't she a medium or something like that? Did she have
Oh,
a show?
Ghost
You're right.
Whisperer.
Yeah.
Ghost Whisperer. That's right.
No,
She whispered to the ghosts.
I thought
right.
it was medium or ghost medium or something.
Whatever. Yeah, she's a medium, but
yeah,
she was like a
I thought it was
Ghost
just called the
Whisperer.
medium.
Yeah.
I think it's.
I
Just
think it
called the
might have
medium.
been called Ghost Whisperer.
I think it's. I don't know. I thought it was medium, but whatever.
Yeah.
Doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
The next one is September 5th, the 90th movie of The Conjuring, Last Rites.
God.
I haven't watched anyone since the first one. I'm not going to. So
We're trying to conjure up more money.
exactly. Are you guys gonna go see it?
I need to watch the other. I've
Yeah.
only seen the first Conjuring, so I do want to see the second one because I hear that's good too.
Is that the one with Patrick Wilson and the what's the girl's name?
The from Bates Motel? The
Yeah.
mom? Yeah.
Those are the Conjuring series, right?
Yes.
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 Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, the last one was the Red Door. The last one.
That was in Insidious.
there was
Jesus. But that was the one Patrick Wilson directed.
yeah,
right?
Yes.
He's in both. He's in different characters.
Yeah,
in
he's
both.
different characters in both series.
Fuck
yeah.
off.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like-
Yeah. It's Saw 11. I thought Saw 10 was the last one. I guess they're making.
So no, Saw 10 was a prequel in between
Yes.
Saw 1 and 2 or
Are
2
you
and
serious?
3.
Oh.
Yeah.
So it should have been 1.5.
So
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know why they called it Saw 10, but now I guess they're doing whatever. So,
So is this like continuing from that storyline? Like it's a side
I
quest?
have no idea. So I still need to see Saw 10. I don't know if I will.
So who's
Seesaw.
like Jigsaw's gone though, right?
Well, in Saw 10, he's younger.
Yeah, he's
so
yeah.
he's just like,
yeah.
with a baseball cap.
It's the same guy.
Yeah.
The same actor.
Who's been doing it for 25 years?
Yeah, he's like 70 or
Because
something.
I mean, like technically, if you think about it,
I'm a young man.
His character had cancer, so it's like
Yeah.
whatever. It
yeah,
works.
he died 20 years ago.
That's hilarious because I remember like was it Saw?
Did they digitally de-age him at all?
Yeah, how did
Or
they- yeah.
is it just bad makeup?
I think he kind of looks young. I don't know. It was hard to really, but you could just tell he's older because of the
He
course,
looks like
yeah.
he looks like long
But
legs.
I mean,
when
it
did
was-
the first Saw movie come out? 2004, 2005.
because it's like it's him going for treatment in another
God.
country
oh, that's right. He's in like Mexico
before he goes
Oh
on his
my
quest to kill
God.
people.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
this is
God.
like his
Yeah,
origins
yeah.
of torturing people because they conned him.
oh jeez.
They said they had a cure.
We've seen
but,
now his origins like in 4 different movies.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
like,
yeah.
we get it.
Oh, I skipped the line here. Sorry. Smurfs, July 18th.
I know the Smurfs movie. Nah.
yeah, I've not seen any of the other Smurfs.
I haven't seen any of the Smurfs. I haven't seen any Smurf stuff since
you smurfing
the original
me?
Go
cartoon.
Smurf yourself.
Smurf
Yeah.
you
Smurf you. I haven't seen any of the Smurfs. I haven't seen any Smurfs anything since the 90s when the cartoon.
Yeah.
Naked Gun comes out August 1st. We were talking about.
Oh, Naked Gun's
Fantastic
on
Four.
this? I missed that.
Yeah, I don't know if that's it must be a remake.
It
No,
is, yeah.
well, here's the thing, because a while ago he was playing Frank Drebin Jr. So I think he was going
who's starring
Liam
in it?
Neeson.
Liam Neeson.
Yes, and I think
Interesting.
if you've seen
Okay.
the show A Life Too Short with Warwick Davis,
Yeah.
and like
Oh, he's great at that deadpan comedy.
yeah, no, and
It's
that's
very
why
Liam
he
Neeson-esque, yeah.
would sell it immediately.
I think that's
so-
good. Yeah.
I think if you film it like straight
Yeah,
up
no,
like
crime
slapstick.
drama,
Yeah.
And I think so. I think initially he was Frank Drebin's son, but now he might be just Frank Drebin. So I'm not sure what it is now yet. They might have changed it or kept it
Yeah.
as Junior. But either way, it should be still funny because I think he will deliver. Like if everyone else is goofy around him and he plays it straight, I think it'll
right?
That'll
fucking
kill.
work.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so too. The Bad Guys 2 comes out August 1st. I'm not sure what The Bad Guys is from DreamWorks.
It's based on a book series. It's about a fox, a snake. Like he's like the big bad wolf. They're all like the spider from Miss Muffet. So it's like
Oh, okay.
these-
Oh, I didn't know it was that. I thought it was.
yeah, they're just the collective animals that have been treated bad guys.
Oh.
And they in the first one they become good, and in the second one I think it's like they have to do one more heist or something like that. So
you watch this?
with the kid loves it. You know, we watched the
Okay.
first movie. It's actually really good. It's like
Okay.
Sam Rockwell's the voice of the main
Really?
guy. Mark Maron is the snake. I think Aquafina is the spider, and Ron Funches is the shark, I believe.
Oh.
And it's really good. I really dug it. So if you, I think it's on streaming if you want to watch the first one.
Okay. And of course,
The animation's really good too.
we have The Running Man that comes out November 21st. I
Glenn
guess it's
Powell,
a straight
right?
remake from the 90s film.
Yeah.
90s? Late 80s?
Late 80s.
89.
I read this is more based on the book.
Yeah.
Like, so because in the book he's not like
He's not a jack.
Yeah, he's
dude.
like a
regular
regular. He's not
dude,
Arnold.
so,
Yeah.
So I think
I'm eager to see. Like, if I go in not expecting the hammy, like, Sub-Zero is now
Right.
Plane Zero.
I kind of want a little bit of
Well,
that.
no, I mean, maybe they can nod to it, but just not like.
because that was the problem I had with like the Total Recall remake, where
I never
it was-
saw it. I wanted to, but
they took it too
seriously. Yes, I agree.
You know, like you
I
got
agree.
wasn't it more like the book as well, though?
yeah, they
Yeah.
were like
Yeah.
because they didn't deal with Mars at all. It
Yeah.
was the train that goes through the center of the Earth and everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, like that and like the RoboCop remake, where it's like they
Yeah.
try to take these ones like we're gonna make
Yes.
it dark and gritty, and you're like,
No, yeah.
The RoboCop remake is a great example. Yeah.
I still want it to be, goofy and stuff like that.
I
But
think-
like,
yeah.
I want, if anything, I still want it to be as gory as the Running.
Yeah.
Man
Agreed.
And
Agreed.
Total Recall was because
yeah,
those 80 like the visceral like,
Yeah.
gunshots and stuff like
which
that.
we're
But-
seeing more of that kind of style movie coming back. Like when we talked about like Boy Kills World is a good example
yeah.
of
Yeah.
that, and
Sure.
that kind of visceral.
The
Kind
Shogun.
of,
Yeah. I'm glad it's coming back. I don't know why we stepped away from it. I get that argument that it's influencing kids.
I was
is
like,
kind of
without
dumb,
it,
yeah.
The pendulum always swings. You
Yeah.
know, it's like
Without
Yeah.
what?
Oh no, I was just saying without it. I mean, it wasn't influencing the
Right.
kids that were doing stuff. You know,
But we're seeing generation that were like our generation of filmmakers now making those movies.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
they watched it in the 80s.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and I think us growing up, I certainly was watching films and TV shows that I was not age
Oh
appropriate.
yeah,
Oh,
at
yeah.
all.
Running Man
But
would be on my list.
Running
of,
Man
like,
is definitely on my list.
Yep.
I watched that
RoboCop's on my
a
list.
ton as a kid.
Oh,
Total Recall's on
Yeah,
my list.
absolutely.
I was 9, 10 when I
I
watched,
remember, exactly, seeing his face. Like,
Yeah, or him
All the-
holding the guys as a human shield that he's getting shot, and I was like, "This is fucking cool." You know?
you
And
think
never
it's the
once
real
did I was
Blade?
like, never once did I think, I think I could take one of my classmates, hold him up as a human shield. I don't think that would work. No, I've never thought that.
pull a thing
And-
out of your nose.
Yeah, and it made us better storytellers because of that.
or like kicking a guy into spikes. Just
Yeah,
the ridiculous.
I think doesn't Mortal Kombat 2 come out this year too?
Ooh,
it's not on the list if it is.
It might be.
I think they finished
I'm not
filming that last year.
sure. Yeah,
so-
but like it had to be pushed for something. I forget
Yeah.
why. I don't remember.
But I'm looking forward to that one. Too.
I am. I really
Carl
wanted,
Urban as Johnny
Yeah.
Cage.
I really wanted to be good. So.
That's good.
yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be pretty good.
Um,
But you know
you
what is
said-
coming out in December 19th?
What's that?
Avatar: Fire and Ash. You guys are Avatar fans. I've
Holy
never
shit.
watched 1 minute
Is it
of Avatar.
really coming out this year?
December 19th. Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know what Avatar: Fire and Ash is. I barely know what Avatar is.
I did see
So.
some at like the last D23. I think they showed some production kind of like artwork from it,
Yeah.
and so there is a like volcano tribe of avatars.
Oh, Avatar. Yes.
Yeah.
wait. This is
This
for-
is
This is James Cameron.
James
Okay,
Cameron's.
sorry,
Yeah,
I
my
was-
bad.
I
I
was-
got confused too. Yeah.
I was like thinking
Yeah.
Last Airbender. I was like, wait a
Me
minute.
too.
what?
I was thinking Last Airbender as well. Yeah.
the better
That's
Avatar. Yeah, no.
yeah. I thought it was Last Airbender.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
never watched any Last
No,
Airbender.
this is the third
But this is
of
the
the
Cameron
5
films.
movies that
Right,
James
yeah.
Cameron's going to make. So.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm intrigued about this one because from what I heard, the fire tribe that's in it is bad. They're not like good.
Yeah.
What's the race? I don't remember.
Navi.
Navi. Yeah,
Wow.
they're like bad Navi.
That's
you know.
Fireist.
What's funny to me is like he calls it Avatar, and everyone's like, "There's a TV show called Avatar." And he's like, "It has nothing to do with the TV show." He's kind of making the TV show. He's like, "We
Yeah.
had the Water Tribe, and then now we're gonna do the Fire Tribe,
Well,
and
what
the
was-
Fire Tribe is evil." It's like that's fucking Avatar: The Last Airbender.
What was
Yeah.
the main tribe in the first one then?
They were the ones that live in the trees. They were the Earth Tribe.
I can't remember what they're called.
Well, they were just the Navi that we
Yeah.
met.
Yeah, but
they were like
what was the tribe's name? I don't remember. Did they give them a name?
don't think they
remember
had a
that.
name.
I don't think they did. You're right.
They didn't have names until like this water one because it was
Right.
like, oh, it's the water tribe, but like they didn't reference to their
Right.
characters what they were. Like,
Right.
They're foreigner. You know, they're just
So maybe the last one will be the Air Tribe. Oh no, actually the first one is the Air Tribe because they're on
fly.
they fly on the fucking
Yeah.
I
things.
guess so. Yeah.
Holy shit, he's just doing the Last Airbender, you guys.
Huh. I've never watched The Last Airbender, so I take your word
What?
for it.
Dude,
Oh.
get on it.
Yeah,
That cartoon is fucking dynamite.
I heard that there was a live action that was made.
Yeah.
That was
Well, it was a
amazing.
live action movie which sucked giant donkey dick that M. Night Shyamalan made.
Yeah,
But he had
I heard it was amazing.
he had no idea what the show was. So, and then there's a new live action show that's on Netflix, which
Uh-huh.
is actually pretty good.
It's pretty good.
Yeah,
Okay. All
the
right.
first season's pretty good.
Did you watch it, Chad?
I have not watched it. I gotta watch.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I also gotta
But-
watch the cartoon.
You
as
never
well.
watched a cartoon?
I,
I
yeah,
never
I
watched
missed.
it,
I
yeah.
missed the train.
You guys,
I know.
You guys, they're gonna pull your nerd cards.
I know. I got.
I also didn't
No.
watch Cowboy Bebop until recently.
Oh
so,
shit!
yeah.
See that's.
But
yeah.
yeah, definitely.
But
That's a
I
point deduction.
I still gotta. I know it's bad, but I just want to see how bad the live action Cowboy Bebop is. I know it's bad, but I just want to.
I can't bring myself
I
to
don't
watch
think
it.
it was bad. I just think because it was different, a lot of people didn't like it. It was.
Yeah.
It did the thing of like everyone wanted. They were like. When they first announced it, they were like, "Oh, and we're doing the opening sequence just like the cartoon," and everyone was like, "Yes, this is what we want." And then they did the show completely different than the cartoon. Everyone's like,
Yeah.
"This is not what we want," you know.
Yeah, I mean, like,
So that's why, like, I feel
well,
like
the main thing I want from a live action Cowboy Bebop is the combat and the gunplay. Like,
Right.
those are very visceral parts. I mean, those are very like aesthetic parts of the characters and things like that. So it's just like I need that action to be good.
Agreed.
Because the rest could be silly, whatever they want to do. If that action is good, then I will be happy.
Agreed.
But
that's what they adjusted with One Piece, and that's why One Piece is very much like the anime.
Yeah. Right. It's amazing. Yeah. It's amazing. Live action.
Like
One Piece is amazing.
the Rurouni Kenshin trilogy that was made by Japan of the Rurouni Kenshin anime. Amazing. They did like the different arcs of the character. Solid performances, solid action. I recommend it. It's awesome.
There you go.
Nice. Cool. So 2025. We're going into it. As far as pop culture goes, we're going into it hopeful. As far as pop culture goes. Hopefully it doesn't let us down. Chad, you want to take us out?
Well,
do one more thing?
I do. One more thing. One more thing that's happening in 2025 that we haven't talked about we're going to be at Pasadena Comic-Con.
That's right.
Coming up at the end of the month.
I thought we were going to do one more episode before then, so I was going to bring it up. But yeah, you're right. But we should bring it up anyway.
Probably start bringing it up.
Bring it up, yeah.
But yeah, on the 21st of January. 26?
26.
26 is what I meant to say.
26th of January.
We'll be there with a booth.
It's a Sunday, Pasadena Comic-Con. Our booth will not be as large as it was last year, but we're still going to be there giving away stuff. So,
I just saw they posted because of the fires and everything. They are saying that the event is still planning to go along, and they will, put things out if things change. But I'm excited. Ernie Reyes Jr. is going to be there, so I'm going to get him to sign something.
I hope so. Yeah.
And
what are you going to get him to sign?
I've got the Kino action figure from the Turtles 2 movie.
Nice. What if he takes this like, you fucking nerd, throws in your face?
I'll fucking love it. I'll be like, yes, give me more.
Are you gonna get your Last Dragon DVD signed by him?
I want to. Like last year, he was there.
Yeah.
And I was like nervous to approach him, even though you could pay for it.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm working with the booth here.
I know it's hard to like. It was really hard to walk away from the booth. But I think this year, because we're not planning to do as much as we did last year.
Yeah, exactly.
I think it'll be easier to go off on shifts. And
I hope so. Yeah, because we're gonna have a 6-foot table and along the artist alley, and we'll have a banner there. We'll have some free giveaway stuff. So come by, check us out. And,
come on by, say hi.
Yeah, grab a water. We'll have some water.
We'll have waters. We'll have candy. So and pins and stickers.
Yeah. And but I meant him obviously to sign your, but Kino was the little kid in Last Dragon.
Oh yeah. I know. Yeah.
So I was just
and he was right down. He was like a couple booths down from us.
The main guy.
Yeah,
I forget his name.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna, if he's there this year. I think he's supposed to be.
I think there are a bunch of Power Ranger people are going to be there this year.
I'm blanking on. I hate that I'm blanking on this guy's name, but I saw he's going to be there. He has worked on a lot of animation, but he did one of my favorite iterations of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. He did the 2003 series.
Oh, nice! And, that's a good series.
I have the complete set of that. I might have him sign the little paper insert in there for that. Maybe
there you go. That's awesome.
If the price is appropriate.
I'm sure.
No, I'm sure it's not too bad, but.
Especially because Pasadena Comic-Con is not very big. And it's only one day event. So,
I'm not sure. I have to check if there's anybody else there I want to sign something.
Yeah.
But
I'm trying to find the list right now.
But all right.
So, we'll be there. Come check us out and say hi.
Yes.
And if you're that little kid that told Chad to fuck off last year, please come by again.
There. We'll give you some free shit. And you can give Chad some shit too.
Yeah, definitely.
It's like, no, I was only trying to instruct him where he can also look for toys, but he obviously
looked at you like you were.
He said
the
stranger danger and he ran away.
He's like, I'm a monster.
The greatest,
like I was Nosferatu or something. Like what the fuck?
The greatest thing is this kid is like what 10 or 11.
Oh my god, it was beautiful.
And like he walks away and Chad's like, I'm just trying to help you out. Fuck you too, buddy.
Well, that's not how we get subscribers.
It's like he didn't hear me.
Yeah, he's underage. He can't get on Spotify anyway. So
maybe we'll see Honky Tonk Man there again.
That was awesome. Yeah.
It's like
yeah, we saw Honky Tonk Man last time we went.
Yeah,
and it looked like he had just come from the gym or he just woken up or something. And we're like, I rolled down
for the buffet.
We all saw him. We're like, oh, it's Honky Tonk Man. It's Honky Tonk Man. So I rolled down my window. I'm like, hey, Brian, we love you. And he just looks at me like, oh, and he keeps walking. I was like, oh shit. Oh, I wasn't expecting anything less.
It's
yeah. So,
whatever.
But anyhow, Chad, check us out.
Yes. Thank you guys for listening to another episode of Enter the Nerdom. That has been our first episode of the year. And we hope that you continue to follow us into the New Year's and beyond the New Year's and into infinity, into our graves.
We're going to keep going.
We're going to keep going.
Until we're dust.
Like this, the future, it would be like Tupac. We'll just have episodes that keep releasing.
This is the only way we can end the curse.
We're like, we're like Scientologists. We have a billion-year contract with you.
Exactly. It's a blood contract. But yes, if you aren't already, please subscribe, like, and comment. And
start your New Year's right. Make that resolution and rate and review our show.
Yes.
Boom, boom, boom.
And as we always say here, enter the nerddom, exit 2024.
Very good.
Boom.
Very good. Very good. That was better than the other one.
Yeah, no, mostly. I was like, I'll go simple.
Yeah. That's it.